All-American Heating and Air, a veteran and family-owned business serving the Midlands for over 30 years. When the Gamecock defense records a sack, All-American Heating and Air will donate $100 to support our veterans. All-American is a proud supporter of Gamecock football and our military. Let our family help your family. The Tigers just hit their hill in all orange today. Orange headgear, orange jerseys, orange pants. And the Gamecocks came up that north side sideline in all white uniforms, white jerseys, white pants, black shoes, and black helmet today, trimmed, of course, in garnet. 119th meeting. Wow. As I look across the field there, Tommy, some pretty good captains coming out for Carolina. Brad Johnson, Zach Pickens, Javon Gwynn, and DeCarrion Joyner. All those guys contributed greatly this season. Might be your 4 permanents if they really wanted that job.
Yeah, now you look over there and you see Johnson from Pendleton, South Carolina, which is not far from up here, of course, and Birch from Columbia, and Pickens from over in Anderson. So there's 3 South Carolinians right now. And 2
from North Charleston.
DeCarrion from North Charleston, that's right. And then you got Gwynn. I think he's from Charlotte. But regardless, you got some good ones.
Potter, Henry, and Price are the captains for Clemson. Let's go down to Jamar Nesbit for the coin toss.
Number 71, Jordan.
Hey guys, welcome. I'm Matt Leffler. You're just stand while you're umpire. South Carolina, you're the business. Here's our coin right here. This is tails and heads. Tails and heads. What's your call?
Tails.
You're gonna hit the ground. It is tails. You won the toss.
Ball.
You're gonna receive. South Carolina wins the toss. Good luck, gentlemen.
Jamar with a little bit of interference down there, but we got what we needed. Jamar will get that straight because we want your insights. Tommy, the Gamecocks won the toss. Are you surprised they took the football?
Not really. I mean, last week, we started strong, and we've all known this. We're undefeated this year, 6-0, I guess it is, or 7-0 really, with when we score first, and we need to do that again today. And I think we have a lot of confidence in our offense, and let's go get it, and let's go take this game, and we got to score first. What the heck? Let's do it.
Last week was a 9-play drive. 2 of the best passes of the year from Spencer Rattler on 3rd downs to keep the drive moving. And then, of course, the great throw into the end zone for a touchdown as well.
And one was a 4th down. He had a 4th down on that one, too, a 6-yard 4th down throw, I think, as well. So, a little gambling there. That was wonderful. I mean, what the heck? You don't have anything to lose here. You were 14.5-point underdog. Last week, a 22-point underdog. We played at home, though, and that's even worse. And then we came up here today. So, let's go get it, guys. Let's have some fun. That's what it's all about.
South Carolina will head towards that west end zone. That is away from the hill here at Memorial Stadium. They'll go west to east. And B.T. Potter in his 67th career game, who needs just 2 field goals to tie or pass Nelson Welch, will do the kickoff duties for the Tigers, and it's likely to be a touchback. He's been magnificent on the year. 66 kickoffs, 53 touchbacks. With the sun shining bright at Memorial Stadium for the 119th time, we're underway. Carolina Clemson over the head of Xavier Legette for a touchback. And the Gamecocks will trot out on the field in their all white uniforms. A lot of orange in these stands, of course. Some garnet and black in that northwest corner and upper deck. Appreciate y'all being with us on the Gamecock Sports Network. It's a pleasure to call it. Short huddle for Spencer Rattler, who breaks it, sends 2 wide receivers out to the right side. Jaheim Bell is the tailback. Rattler in the shotgun. Clemson in a 4-man front. Rattler rolls right. Got Jalen. Jalen Brooks has a slide down on his hip. Makes a good catch for a 3-yard gain on the play. Quick roll right from Spencer Rattler, and it's 2nd and 7. Right up to the line of scrimmage, out of the huddle. Brooks and Wells go to the left. Nobody in the backfield. 3 into the boundary. Watch this set. Saw this in practice this week. Rattler out of the shotgun. Snap it back. On an in route, incomplete to Jalen Brooks. Bumped on the play that time.
Yeah. Rattler threw it where he was supposed to be, but he was not allowed to get there because number 22 for Clemson held him up. Did a good job with that, too.
Trent Simpson coming out and bumping on the wide receiver, but they'll go back to that because they think they can get the matchup they want. For the first third down of the ball game for Carolina. 3rd and 7. The ball's on the 28. First drive for the Gamecocks. Rattler points over to the left. Rattler in route, got his man Stogner, but it's going to be short of the first down around the 33 or 4 yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. Stogner sat down.
I think we go for it, Todd, just like last week.
And here comes Atkins in the game. Here's the punt team, though.
Nope, not going to do it.
Come out on the field. That was Christian Beal-Smith that we did not expect to play. Was in the lineup there on that 3rd down play, blocking in the backfield. So CBS becoming a part of the rivalry. Now here's one of the finalists for the Ray Guy Award, one of 10, and Kai Kroger. And Antonio Williams set back to receive. Kroger boots one, a spinner over the head of Williams. Away from him, taking it at the 8-yard line. Williams trying to get a block. He's back at the 4, near sideline, all the way at the 10, and run him out of bounds. Great punt by Kai Kroger. And Darius Rush ran out Williamson on the play. There is a flag after a 58-yard punt and a 4-yard return. Boy, Kai Kroger with a boomer on the play.
May have been hitting Williams out of bounds that time. Don't know who it was on, but normally where it is over there in a case like that, which would be unfortunate.
Or a block in the back late. It is an SEC crew today. Let's see what Matt Loeffler says.
Personal foul, blindside block on the return team. It's penalty, half the distance, first down.
Good call, Todd.
Well, I'm not happy about that. I'm happy about it. It's at the 6-yard line. So it's going to back up the Tigers. Well, more than capable, but still. Nice job by Pete Lembo and Shane Beamer deciding maybe they can back this football team up.
Also a great punt by Kroger.
54-yarder.
Averaging 45.8 coming in.
Will Shipley will be the back beside number 5, DJ Anian Galele, working out of the shotgun. Williams goes in motion behind him. And it'll be DJ running the football left side at the 15, 20. Finally drawn down by Eman Worry. And there's the run game from the quarterback. A 19-yard gain and a first down for the Tigers. They get out of that east end zone and away from that hill.
Good blocking that time, particularly by Shipley to pick up Johnson. And good play design, kind of a quarterback draw.
DJ on the 1st and 10. We'll go with Shipley inside. They try to push the pile, and Shipley drops down low and falls forward to around the 29, 30-yard line. A 4-yard gain on the play. Tonka, Hemingway, and Jordan Birch in on the tackle. Shipley from Weddington, North Carolina. Career high 960 yards rushing this season before that one. And in the pistol formation, now he moves to the left of DJ. 3 wide receivers set. Out of the gun. DJ wants to throw it. Looking left side. Fade route. Incomplete to Williams. It was a back shoulder attempt, and covering on the play was Marcellus Dial. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 on their own 28-yard line. Gamecocks are going to be out on an island there today, Tommy, with Dial and Darius Rush. So 3rd and 7 for the Tigers. 12:35 to go in the first quarter. No score. Carolina on a 4-man front. DJ in the shotgun. Looking right quickly. In route. In and out of the hands of a Gamecock. We jumped the play with Darius Rush. And the Tigers cannot believe it. They avoided a pick 6 as Rush jumped the in route and just went in and out of his hands. Oh, an early opportunity for a turnover, and the Gamecocks can't come up with it.
Todd, I think it surprised him as much as it did us up here. I mean, it was thrown right to him, and he's just not able to catch it.
Here's Aiden Swanson with his 41.7-yard average to punt it from his own 14-yard line. Josh Van set back to receive, one of the top returners in the country. Left-footed punter. It's a wobbler, going to bounce in front of Josh, who says get away from it, and a good, solid up-and-down bounce will hold the football around the 30-yard line. So Carolina wins the the field position battle in that regard. Just a 40-yard punt, and that's after Kai Kroger hit a 54-yard. So each team's out of possession. Carolina will have the football when we come back. No score.
Ready for it. The other thing we got to remember here today, guys, this field is east to west, so sometimes the sun may get in their eyes as well, which could be an issue today if you're not used to it.
Rattler breaks the huddle now in his second series, and Marshawn Lloyd is back after a 3-week absence. He's going to be to the right of Rattler. After carrying 27 times for 75 yards at a 2.8-yard carry, he busted out over the 3 games, and Rattler wants to throw it again. It's picked off. That's Trotter at the 20. 10-5. The Clemson Tigers are into the end zone. A pick 6. Trotter dropped right into coverage on the in route, picked it off, and the extra point could make it 7-0 Clemson with 12:15 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, exactly what happened the drive before to Clemson, except Trotter caught theirs and ran it in, and we didn't catch ours.
That's right. We just said it was going to get you one way or the other. Rattler with a mistake. He had no turnovers a week ago, just the 6 touchdowns. And this mistake's going to give the Tigers, if B.J. Potter can hit the extra point, a 7-0 lead. The return was 35 yards. Potter swings up and knocks it through. And the Tigers with the momentum early. Well, we've seen how we can play from the front. Let's go down to Jamar Nesbit on our Carolina Honda Powerhouse sideline report. Jamar, I guess we're going to learn now, can we play from behind?
Absolutely. Are we going to be front runners and pretenders, or are we going to be real contenders? We're going to see right now. But one thing I will say about the coaching staff, as soon as that mistake happened, they ran and they got their offensive players and they were telling them, we understood what happened. We saw it. Keep your head up. We got a long time left in this game.
I think that's a great point, Todd, because we cannot panic right now. Clemson's a good football team. Bad throw, bad read, and we missed one on the previous drive by Clemson. So, it is what it is. So let's break our streak of not winning when we don't score first today. It's our time. Let's do that. We got to keep that positive attitude.
Trotter with his first pick of the year, and here's Potter to kick off. And Legette's going to take it up the near sideline at the 20. Gets one block, spins into his own man around the 23 before falling to the turf. We called a 24-yard return on the play, and right back down to the field after the pick 6. Spencer Rattler will come back out, try to regroup. It looks like so far, Tommy, no surprise, Clemson's going to try to rush with those big boys up front and play zone behind him.
Yeah, and we just going to throw the football, so we got to get the running game going a little bit here. I thought that time maybe he was going to flip it out to Marshawn Lloyd in the flat out there, but he went across kind of to his left side in a slant play, and it was picked off.
2 wide receivers to the left. Marshawn Lloyd trying the right side and into K.J. Henry's arms and taken to the turf pretty quickly. Could not seal off the big defensive end Henry, who's got his 49th tackle of the season. The Winston-Salem All-American. Coach Beamer tells me that 6 of the front 4 are NFL players and high draft choices. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11 upcoming. Carolina down 7-0. Jaheim Bell's back in the ball game. They'll empty the backfield and he'll get in the slot left side. 2 deep safeties. Rattler in the pocket, blitz coming. He's got to roll out and Rattler's got to throw it away. Blitz off the edge, and Rattler got rid of it, and Josh Vann was coming across the lineup.
There is no foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback was outside the pocket.
That was Barrett Carter, Tommy, who came right off between Gwen and Wadham on the right side.
Yeah, no one picked him up whatsoever. He just had an open shot at Rattler, and Rattler did the right thing. Used his feet to get him away from a little bit of the rush and threw it out of bounds, and no intentional grounding.
3rd and long, and that's what these front four for the Tigers love. They're late getting a call. 3 wide receivers come out for the Gamecocks. They're getting that star to the left side. Rattler out of the gun. 4-man rush. Got some time in the pocket. Throwing deep out route. Got a man there. Is it caught on the sideline or knocked away?
He got it.
He did. Josh Vann on the edge, or is that Jaheim Bell? 0 or 6.
Great throw, Todd. Great throw.
Either way, gorgeous at Memorial Stadium. It is Josh Vann. And Josh, for a 22-yard gain, hushes the crowd here at Memorial Stadium for the moment in a 1st down, Carolina.
Great throw. Great protection up front, too. Rattler stepped up in the pocket. Just super job up front, guys.
Looked really poised on that one, did Rattler. Marshawn Lloyd in the ball game. To the right of Rattler. Adkins comes in motion to the right. They'll hand off inside. Another lost yardage play, or right at it. The line of scrimmage. They cut down Marshawn's legs. And that's Queeth McGuire with the stop, the backup linebacker. And another 2nd and long.
Boy, no running at all up front. I think we've only run it twice now with Lloyd, and basically -1 rushing.
The 2 backs in the backfield to start this one off. Jaheim Bell and Marshawn. Spencer will split them. Now Jaheim goes in motion. Pump fake, trying to set up the screen left side, and thrown in the dirt because Marshawn could not get loose back to the left. Tommy, I like the thought process, but well read by Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson can run side to side as well as any team we'll play this year, so that's a good example of it right there. They're well coached too, folks, and let's give them credit, and they did a good job.
Spencer Rattler just picked up a 3rd and 11. He's going to have to do so here now with 10-12 to go in the 1st quarter, trailing by 7. Tigers scored on a pick 6 in the last series by Rattler. Wide receivers split out. Jalen Brooks in the slot. Marshawn is the back in the backfield. Clemson presses, rushes 5. Rattler in the pocket, deep out route, incomplete. He wanted Vann again on the far sideline towards the Gamecock bench. He cannot get him, and that's a punting situation for the Gamecocks. Nate Wiggins on the coverage for the Tigers.
These guys are a lot better on defense than Tennessee was last week, and I think we're finding that out. We knew it coming in. We're finding it out right now, so we'll make some adjustments.
But, Tommy, you also made the point last week we had 3rd and shorts or 3rd and manageable times. Now we've had 2 3rd and 10 pluses. Here's Kai Kroger to come, who had a punt. He got a 54-yarder on the first hit. The left footer swings this one, and another high flying punt. Williams comes over for the fair catch. He's got it clean at his own 9-yard line. So the Gamecocks slowed in their offense production so far and trailed by 7 after that 45-yard punt. The Tigers will take over with 10 minutes to go in the 1st quarter, leading by 7.
Early in the game, but not much offensive performance. 29 yards total offense for Carolina, 22 for Clemson. Of course, the lone score came on an interception, but Gamecocks can hold them here, hopefully. Maybe we can get the ball back in better position and pick up something, get some offensive mojo going a little bit. Rattler
just 3 of 8 passing for 30 yards and that 1 interception for a touchdown. Shipley's the back in the backfield. DJ in long sleeves today. The quarterback brings Antonio Williams in front and toss sweep to Shipley. Wide open left side. Didn't have to block anybody after the motion. And Eman Mori's got to knock him out of bounds again. So back-to-back series, Tommy, where they've had significant plays on first down. That was for 15 yards and another Tiger first down.
Well, they know our tendencies on defense as you have them on offense. Clemson, good, 2 well-designed plays to take advantage of us on what we do defensively first down.
Mafu's in the ball game now at tailback to the right of DJ. He'll fake it, pump fake, wants to go down the field, and he's hit. Pickens takes him to the turf on a sack. The first of the day on DJ. And the big number 6 comes up with his 4th sack of the season, -7 on the play. And DJ a little slow to get up and has to reset those socks and his knee pads as he calls a play.
He
took it right in back between the shoulder blades.
Yeah, he just ran right through Mays that time, though. Pickens did.
Shipley's back in the ball game to the left of DJ. After the loss, 2nd down and 17. The ball on the 18-yard line. It'll be Shipley to the right side, being trailed by Sherrod Green. Sherrod does a good job of trying to hold on, catches up, knocks him out of bounds over there on the Gamecock bench. It is a 10-yard gain, however. It's still going to be 3rd down and 6.
There's Sherrod Green. Started 22 games, and then 18 and 19. He just got hurt, beat up, and everything. In 18 and 19, rather. Then I'll get it back to you.
DJ now 3rd down and 6 on his own 29-yard line. Carolina crowding the line of scrimmage. DJ's going to look back over to the sideline. These are some of the looks we gave Tennessee a week ago. Emmanuel comes back to the middle, just 2 seconds left on the play clock. DJ takes the snap. Looking right side, out route, got a man over there, caught, steps out of bounds on the play. Joseph Ngadun makes the catch. It's a 7-yard gain and a Clemson 1st down. That Zach Pickens sack was another All-American Heating and Air sack for soldiers and another $100 donated to support our veterans. After the pickup on 3rd and 6, 2 backs in the backfield. Shipley and Mafu. DJ splits them in a short set. 3 wide receivers. Inside handoff. Mafu right up the middle. He's stuck right at the 39-yard line. Both teams trying to push the pile. It will be a 4-yard gain on the play. Brad Johnson in on the stop. Tonka Hemingway part of that, clogging up the middle. And Shipley has got 13 TDs on the season, averaging 5.6 yards per carry. Also 28 receptions. 2 backs in the backfield again, this time for DJ. Power set for the Clemson Tigers. Shipley will take it left side, cutting back. Shipley in the open at the 40, stumbles at the 30. Trying to be tracked down at the 15, and they take him down at the 10-yard line. Shipley came out of the pile, stumbled a little bit, and allowed the Gamecocks' Darius Rush to catch up on the play. A 47-yard gain, and literally DJ Aniangalele led that play right up the middle with a block. Shipley stumbling, looked like he might have been hurt on the play or as it was going on. Will be substituted, but they're in the red zone of the Gamecocks. Mafu comes in, the 6'1", 220-pound sophomore from Loganville, Georgia. DJ brings a man in motion. Williams across his face. Handoff to him on the speed sweep, trying to turn the corner. The Gamecocks there. Cam Smith turned him back into the middle. Got some help from Brad Johnson. And down to the turf he went, a 5-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, that's the difference here. Clemson's picking up 4, 5, 6 yards on 1st down. Gamecocks are facing 3rd and longs, and of course a long run right there, 47-yard by Shipley. It made a difference too. But
Clemson substitutes, so does Carolina. Debo Williams is in, along with Stone Blanton. Williams in the orbit motion behind DJ. DJ wants to run it himself left side. Cut back at the 5, got him caught by the foot. Dives towards the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. 9-yard run. DJ Anigalele with the touchdown run. The extra point could make it 14-0 Tigers.
Good-looking drive by Clemson, Todd. Nothing you can say about it. I mean, defense playing, I guess, as hard as they can. Just some good blocking by Clemson up front. Well-designed plays, and the running backs finding the holes. And, of course, a big one, part of that is DJ, the quarterback. He is just one of those second leading rush on the football team coming in, and we hadn't stopped him yet.
8 plays, 90 yards, and Potter puts it up to even it out. 14-0 Tigers with 5:52 to go in the first quarter. Memorial Stadium, they're feeling it in the orange and purple. They'll kick to the Gamecocks, and we come back. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
Quarterback lighting it up. DJ's 1 of 3, 7 yards. You just mentioned Rattler's 3 of 8, 30 yards. Had 1 pick return for a touchdown. So But we knew that. We knew Clemson was going to run
the difference
football.
is the Tigers are running it.
Yeah, exactly right.
Carolina's not.
Exactly. We knew they'd run it. We knew we had to stop it. I mentioned pregame our linebackers would be the key on the edge because we had to watch for the fake inside and to keep on the outside by DJ, and he's done that. He ran it 19 yards down here to get him away from the 6-yard line. Then he ran in from 9 for a touchdown. Chip is good. So he's got to play better defense.
Here's Potter to kick off again towards that west end zone. And the slides over to the middle of the field, and right up the middle of the field he comes now, far sideline. Blocked well, but they clip his ankle. Just one guy to beat before he turned the corner around the 25-yard line, but Clemson takes him down. Just an 18-yard return on the play, and Leggett is slow to get up. Yeah, it looked like an awkward play as they got one of his ankles, maybe banged into the other one, but he is now off to the sideline.
Well, not a good decision as it ended up by him, but certainly he ran one back for 100 yards, which is a great call by you against A&M. But regardless, right now, instead of the 25, we got it on the 17, or 18 rather.
Jaheim Bell is going to be the back in the backfield with Rattler. Wells and Brooks split out with 2 tight ends in there. Travion Kenyon in the ball game. Rattler wants to throw it. Slings it out right side. Jaheim got a man. Moved around the 21-yard line. He will make a pickup on the play. Good tackle in the open field by Clemson, but a 3-yard gain for Carolina. Ukabo makes the stop for the Tigers.
Good example of speed right there. Jaheim Bell looked like he had some running room, and here comes Ukabo real quickly that time, makes a good tackle. So instead of having a 4 or 5-yard gain, possibly got a 3-yard gain.
Josh Vann back in the ball game with Nate Atkins and CBS, Christian Beal-Smith, we did not expect to play. Big number 8 to the right of Rattler. They'll fake inside, fake the reverse. Rattler wants to throw it. Now he's going to go crossing route. He's got a man near caught. That's Josh Vann towards the Clemson bench at the Clemson 46-yard line. Rattler wanted the post route on the far sideline, and then Vann came near sideline
for an injured player.
And it looks like Josh Vann got hit in the back, and he's down on the Tiger bench.
What a nice fake, though, on a positive side of Rattler that time. He hit the ball on his hip.
Oh, Josh Vann, we just saw it on the replay, Tommy. It looked like he rolled the ankle badly on the play.
That'd be a big loss.
I hope that would be terrible. That was not good at all. Do not want to speculate. We'll step away where they work on Josh. But the game. Learn more at prismahealth.org/Gamecocks.
Todd, that pass, too, was a critical one because of not only the situation we were in, but great play by Vann because he had single coverage at the time the ball got there. He had double coverage. The safety came over, and he adjusted to it better than they did. Went up and leaped and made a great play on it. Hey, I'm sorry he got hurt.
Marshawn Lloyd's back in at tailback. 1st and 10 for the Gamecocks. They'll fake. Throwing down the middle, and ball's batted down. They wanted to go to Travion Kenyon in the slot. Jeremiah Trotter with another batted ball down. They're going to play with Trotter right in the middle of that field, Tommy, and try to get those slant routes and throws across the middle. That's the second one he's gotten his hands on. The first one, he took it for a pick 6. After the incomplete pass.
Yeah, the throwing lanes in there are really crowded, so we got to be careful.
Marshawn Lloyd talks to Rattler, now moves over to the left, now back to the right again. Atkins comes in motion to the right side. Now in motion to the left. Play action inside. Rattler's got to make one man miss. Now going to throw the ball, tries to throw it away. He does so. My goodness. So that was an edge rush, a corner blitz from Clemson. And Rattler was lucky to get out of the grasp of Barrett Carter, who was coming off the edge.
That's about 3 times in my memory, Todd, that we have had Clemson players come untouched, either through the middle or on the edge. So somehow they're seeing something we're doing and we're not picking them up. But we got to get somebody in their face, slow them up a little bit.
3rd down and 10 with 4:45 to go in the first quarter. Crucial drive for Carolina. They have it on the Tiger 45-yard line. We're in the first quarter. Gamecocks are down 14-0. Carolina needs to get this one off. Shotgun snap. Rattler in the pocket. Good protection. Going to go down the near sideline. Wants Juice Wells. Incomplete. And there was some pushing and shoving, but the safety comes over and probably should have had the interception. And that'll bring up 4th down on the play. Jalen Phillips with the breakup. And good edge play by the Tigers in the secondary. Wells maybe had a step, but somehow didn't reach out for it.
Yeah, I think the other thing was that Rattler did not see Phillips from the safety position coming over. He thought it was one-on-one coverage totally, and he overthrew it just a little bit. We're lucky there.
Here's Kai Kroger. He's got his feet right on the Gamecock 41-yard line. Williams is set back to receive. Kroger does punt it away, end over end, trying to drop it inside the 5. It bounces, and at the 1-yard line, Carolina steps on it and downs it right there at the Tiger 1-yard line. So down 14. It's not been Kai Kroger's problem. 44-yard punt, but it's inside the 5, and Clemson takes over.
Yeah, Clemson's possessions today so far, Todd, have been one started on the 10, one on the 6, and that one will start on the 1.
Actually, they mark it at the 3. I'm not sure why, Tommy, but Darius rushed through the football back, and I thought it was out at the 1-yard line. The Tigers with a little more room, and they've had some big-time first down plays. Let's see if the Gamecocks can slow that down considerably. Mafu's back in the game at tailback, working out of their own end zone on the east end. Mafu's going to bounce it left side, tries to cut back, flag on the play. It was holding on the defensive end. Anybody could see it. Nobody wanted to admit it in this stadium. But a nice job. Davis Allen was the tight end.
Holding, offense, number 84, half the distance, replay, first down.
Yeah, Jordan Birch couldn't turn his shoulders, and that will back up the Tigers. So maybe that's their secret to first down plays. Just got caught on that one.
Well, everybody does a little bit of it.
Yes, they do. And it took another Gamecock to knock out Mafu. They're in the end zone again, this time at about the 1-yard line. Out of the gun, DJ. Handoff, Mafu inside, struggling, pushing across the 5-yard line. Nice little run for 4 yards for the big back, the sophomore 220-pounder from Loganville, Georgia, before Sherrod Green makes the stop. Third leading rusher on the team with now 85 attempts. Came into the game with 3 touchdowns and 424 yards. And Will Shipley did not look good on his long run. He maybe wonder whether he can go. All right, 2nd down and 7. The ball on the 6 for Clemson. Mafu again, right side. Cut him down just as he falls across the 9-yard line. Nice job by M.J. Webb with his 13th tackle on the season. Now we got ourselves a 3rd down and 4. 3:19 to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Tigers. Carolina has backed Clemson up, but they fought their way out of that end zone. They tried to convert it in the last series with a quick throw to the outside. Here's DJ now out of the pocket, 4 wide receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Carolina with 5 men. DJ wants to run it. Left side, trips, does not get there. Up to about the 11.5-yard line. He gained 2 when he needed 4 overall. Tommy, quarterback draw again, but the Gamecocks get him to the turf.
Yeah, and I think he runs that as well as anyone, but a lot of that has to do with the blocking he gets and the good ball handling he does in the backfield. He's got Shipley back there. He's got Moffa back there and Pace and others in a great running game, so you have to respect that. Carolina, on the other hand, has not run that this year at all, so hopefully we'll see that sometime in the future with Rattler, because I think it can be a running play we can use. With
an injured Josh Van, Amarion Brown set back to receive the punt. That's of Aiden Swanson. Left footer spins one up in the air, and it's going to take a Clemson bounce across the 50 into Gamecock territory, but tremendous field position for the Gamecocks. That's not been the problem. It's just the 14 points. Clemson with one really significant drive of 8 plays, 90 yards. But Carolina's had good field position. This is a 42-yard punt, and the Gamecocks come back out on offense.
Todd, 1 of 4 third down today. When Carolina played Missouri this year, we were 5 of 13. Florida, we were 3 of 11. But last week against Tennessee, 8 of 11. So we got to pick that third down up.
Carolina quickly up to the line of scrimmage, and they hold play as Jaheim Bell was going to run it right side. And the officials are talking to Rattler like he went quickly and they were holding up play on first down. Shane Beamer with his hands spread open wide, like what in the world happened? Shane, of course, the National Coach of the Week last week for the effort against the Tennessee Volunteers. 2nd time he's won that award. Gamecocks up to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide receivers right side. Jaheim barrels into the line of scrimmage and nothing going there on first down in the run game again.
We have got to do something with first downs in the run game. We are always running, seems to be inside the tackles, Todd, and it's not working. I don't know what would work because Clemson's a good defensive team, but we got to find something.
That time we lined up the strength of our offense to the right and kind of ran back to the left side of Eric Douglas. And Christian Beal-Smith in the ball game now. Second down and 9 on their own 49-yard line. Rattler out of the gun, takes a snap. Blitz is picked up, wants to throw down the middle of the field. Got Atkins leaping catch at the 19-yard line. Are you kidding me?
He gets that.
Nate Atkins with his 5th catch of the year, and this one's good for 32 yards. Is there anything he cannot do on a football field?
That guy's supposed to block. He's not supposed to catch.
Wow, what a catch from the transfer from East Tennessee State. Carolina going quickly now, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. It will be CBS up the middle on his first carry. And Christian Beal just a 2-yard gain on the play. Nice touch from Rattler. Let's not forget about that. We're amazed by Nate's catch. But my goodness, great throw from Rattler.
And also Todd stepping up in the pocket that time too, not floating outside, stepping up in the pocket. We're doing a better job of pushing the defenders outside unless he's got a rush right in his face. So good job overall that time.
Jalen Brooks splits out left side. Leggett comes into the right. Under center is Rattler. Brown goes in motion left side. Fake the counter play. Reverse coming near side. At the 15, 10, cut back into 5. And down to about the 3-yard line is Jalen Brooks. That's a 15-yard gain on the play. Good blocking on the edge by Xavier Leggett. For one, there were several. But nice job by Brooks cutting it back about the 10-yard line.
I tell you, good blocking outside, too. And also nice ball handling that time by Rattler. But Todd, misdirection that time. A little waggle move back there, which got Clemson's eyes going to the right. And we came back to our right, which is a bit to their left. And nice play, good play.
David Spence reminded me Austin Stogner on that block as well. That's the end of the first quarter, but the Gamecocks are threatening. They're down 14. They'll have it on the Tiger 2-yard line when we come back, heading into that west end zone. Second quarter about to get underway. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
It was short yardage stuff once we got ourselves rolling on the field. So we got to do better on first downs. Make these second, third down plays easier to call, easier to execute.
Christian Beal-Smith checks in. Xavier Leggett as well. It's a 3 tight end set. Now Stogner's going to split out to the right side. CBS to the right. Fade route, Stogner, back shoulder, incomplete. Wow, we have tried that several times, and no disrespect to Stogner, but he looks about as close to that play being able to make it as I do. But obviously they like it and they work on it. 2nd and goal now on the play for the Gamecocks from the 2-yard line.
DK Joyner coming in, Todd, so guess what this is going to be?
Here's your North Charleston do-everything man. He'll be in the Wildcat. CBS to his right. DK out of the gun. Hands off. Christian Beal-Smith up the middle. And he may have gained a yard or somewhere between the 1 and the 2. He falls on the play. And here comes 3rd and goal. And Marshawn Lloyd comes in now with Spencer Rattler. Down 14, just underway in the second quarter. The Gamecocks have got a 3rd and goal from the 2. Rattler with the shadows right at his feet. Look over to the left side. Marshawn behind him. Handoff right side. Marshawn stiff arm trying to get to the pylon. Trotter knocks him out of bounds. I think we lost 2 on the play. Marshawn had to break a tackle. Trotter running inside and out, and now 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. Carolina's at least running out a spread offensive unit. My goodness, Tommy, no points here with 14-16 to go in the second quarter. 4th and goal from the 4. Down 14. Christian Beal-Smith's alone back. Carolina still moving around. 3 wide receivers over to the left side. Rattler out of the gun, looking left side. They play in zone. Rattler back in the end zone. Got it. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Juice Wells from 4 yards out. Carolina strikes on 4th down, and they put points on the board and hushed this crowd at Memorial Stadium. The extra point could make it 14-7 Tigers.
2 things there, Todd. Very good protection up front. Rattler had time to watch it. It was a kind of a long developing play that time by the receiver. The other thing was the throwing lane was open that time. No linebacker in there, that soft zone when you get down on the goal line. So very, very nice play.
Here's Mitch Jeter to attempt the extra point. Shane Beamer going for it at Memorial Stadium on the road against a top 10 team. And the Clemson Tigers on 4th and goal from the 4 goes for it and strikes with Juice Well. And that is his 5th touchdown score of the season. Wow. Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy for the Gamecocks.
It was last week, just not this week.
Wow, we are setting an absolute tone here with that play.
Yeah, that's, and just well executed. Not sure about the first 2 plays, but the third was a question as well. So regardless, nice to come in and get one. Let's don't be greedy. Let's just take it what we got. We got 7 points on the board. We should be 7-7 now, but the interception gave them 7. Good play on their part. But we're back in this game. It stunned the crowd a little bit.
And Tommy, we had an 8-play drive. Again, we had good field position, so we moved the football. We showed some misdirection. We showed some specialty plays.
Yep.
8 plays, 51 yards. And here comes Mitch Jeter set to kick off. Will Shipley to receive it. Jeter booms one. End over the back of Shipley's head, and it'll be a touchback on the play. And now with Mitch Jeter on the year, 62 kickoffs, 39 touchbacks. And he's still been perfect in the field goals. On a 4th and 4, the Gamecocks go for it, down 14, and hit Juice Wells for his 5th touchdown catch of the year. And they're back in this ball game and hush the crowd for a moment. All right, here's DJ with Shipley to his right. Brings a man in motion, Allen across him. It will be a handoff. Shipley trying the left side, and they're pushing the pile for the moment. Shipley finally stood up around the 29-yard line. Let's see if they hold him up. It's a 5-yard gain on the play.
That's the difference, Todd. Clemson hands it off. Shipley, good blocking up front, but they push the pile and they get 5 yards. Gamecocks, -1? Was that it on first down?
Now they're basically just under a yard on first down. DJ works again with Shipley behind him in that pistol formation. It's a 4 wide receiver set working off the right hash mark. All in orange today. DJ claps the hands, going to keep it himself. Right side. He's into the arms of Gilbert Edmond. And Gilbert with an athletic play will not let the big quarterback get away. It's -1. And now we've got him in a 3rd down and plus yardage situation. The Tigers right back up to the line of scrimmage.
What Edmond did there is what he didn't do against Florida. He took the dive guy against Florida. He went with his first instinct. That way he showed discipline, looked at him, the dive guy, then came outside and made a good play.
That's his 9th tackle for a loss on the season. They're going to empty the backfield for DJ. Shipley splits out way to the left side. There's 4 receivers in that direction. Carolina with 5-6 men up. Now they rush 5. Shipley on an in route caught. He needed to get to about the 30-yard line, and I believe 35-yard line. I believe he did. A 6-yard gain on the play. That's Bo Collins. We were unsure whether he was going to play today. The sophomore from Los Angeles gets his 21st reception, good enough for a first down. Too easy on the slant route, Tommy. Inside route. DJ back to work after a fresh set of downs. Mafu's beside him to his right. We'll hand to Mafu, trying the left side. And again, another good gain, 6 or 7 on first down. We're kind of catching them now, Tommy. That's a phrase you and I use as a defense. We're catching instead of delivering licks on them. Zach Pickens was the one who finally got him down, but that's a 7-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, they just delivering the lick to us. We just kind of hitting them and just kind of trying to read instead of just hitting them and taking.
Clemson leads it 14-7 with 11:55 to go in the second quarter. They're on the move and swing route. Outside, incomplete. Mafu on the play, incomplete, they call it, not a backwards pass. Sherrod Green rightfully came over to pick it up and start to run.
I think that's the right call. I had a pretty good angle at it, and I think it was a forward pass.
Just out of the hands of Mafu, and maybe that's where you lose Shipley, who's not been in as much since the long run he had to lead to Clemson's second score. Maybe dinged up a little bit. Came into the game almost 1,000 yards.
The ruling on the field was a incomplete forward pass. The previous play is under further review.
Be glad to have you look at it.
Yeah, remember, you're SEC officials.
You got to get out of here today.
That's right. That's right.
The official review is brought to you by Cool Care Heating and Air. Have Cool Care provide a free estimate. 3rd and 3 for Clemson at their 42-yard line. When we come back, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. DJ going to take it and fake it, and he's hit right around the 44-yard line.
I don't think he made it,
They
Todd.
say they've got it. The Gamecocks say he does not. A nice job that time by Jordan Burge to get DJ and pull him backwards. The Tigers are going to move the chains on the run.
Wow. I thought that was...
Certainly did not look as sure from up here. Basically because Jordan turned his shoulders, and that changed the trajectory of the football. But it moves the sticks. And the Clemson Tigers are 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line. Shipley's back in the ball game to the right of DJ. Williams comes in motion. DJ wants to roll right, try to throw it. Wheel route, backside for Shipley. Overthrown on the play. Good coverage by the Gamecocks. That's Cam Smith, who got to actually Williams, not Shipley, who went in motion out of the backfield and down that far sideline. And right now, DJ is 2 of 6 for just 13 yards. Missed that one. It's the 8th play of the drive upcoming for Clemson. 2nd down and 10 at their own 45-yard line. They lead it 14-7. DJ puts the mouthpiece in, got those hands like he normally does, calls for the motion across his face. Hands off, fakes it, no. DJ up the middle, left side. And the Gamecocks have got him around the right ankle and take him to the turf. Oh, what a nice play by Boogie Huntley, Alex Boogie Huntley, who's been hurt this year, gets his 14th tackle. Nice to see him involved in the process, just a 1-yard gain.
Todd, if he hadn't gotten him, it may have been a long yardage gain for DJ that time, because they'd run the defensive back off with a receiver on that side, and everyone else was moving to the left, our left side, with the fake, so he had some running room. Good play by Huntley. Excellent play.
Clemson's 3 of 5 on 3rd down. They've got themselves a 3rd and 9 on their own 46-yard line. 4 wide receivers set, ball just inside the left hash mark. DJ with a long 3rd down. Sets up in the pocket. Look, he gets hit as he throws it. Ball in the air, and it harmlessly hits around the Gamecock 45-yard line. Nice push by Jordan Birch again on the play. And DJ's starting to feel his presence because he's got a sack already and now a quarterback hurry.
Well, it looked like Cam Smith is limping down here, too, on the negative side. I don't know what that's about. There was no contact, maybe
He actually was limping on the wheel route with Williams, Tommy, so It may have been the play before.
Well, they got to get him
2 plays before.
They got to get him greased up real quickly because, boy, we need him today. Good defensive rush that time, though, and once again, the ball falling out there. We had people around it not in a position to make an interception on that dying duck. It'd have been a touchdown had we done it.
Aiden Swanson to punt. Amirion Brown set back to receive. Oh, the Gamecocks came after it, could not get it. It bounces away. Oh, and at the 1-yard line. Boy, these punters getting after it today. Towards the Gamecock bench, away from Brown and out between the 2 and the 1. 52-yard punt.
I'd say the 1-inch line. That thing nearly hit the pylon down there. I mean, it was...
Wow.
You know, they parked a little further back than I thought. That's good.
Let's step away. The Gamecocks are going to be back up in that east end zone with the hill and those students behind them when we...
Making sure that we actually score. But this is the type of drive right now where your offensive linemen get to put their knuckles in the dirt all the way to that 3rd or 4th knuckle and just come off the ball.
67 degrees on a gorgeous day in November. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Boy, Rattler. Boy, it looks rough. His feet are right in that orange E. Clemson in the east end zone. Nate Atkins in the backfield with him. 4 wide receiver set. He wants to throw it. He's in trouble. He scrambles away and throws the football out to the left side.
That's a penalty.
And they say it's down. That might be down. And we had a wide receiver, Jaheim Bell, over there. They're going to talk about it. Is it a safety or not? Rattler barely got away on the play.
They're saying it is, and I tell you, even if it is, he made a great move to get away. What an athletic move.
Boy, right up the middle on the play.
No, he's not down.
No, he got rid of the football.
Intentional grounding on the offense, number 7. The result is a safety.
So it was a grounding play. And that's what they do when they get the turnover. I mean, you get the field position like that.
Right, yeah, that's right.
And you're going to have that risk. And we wanted to throw out of there, which you got to do to win the ball games. I thought he was either down in the end zone. I did not think it'd be grounding because Jaheim Bell was 10 yards away. But it was so dramatic the way they threw it, Tommy. I think that led to the call overall. So they get 2 points on that, and it's 16-7 Clemson.
Plus they get the ball back.
And the Gamecocks got to go back on defense again. Oh, that horseshoe that travels around the country with the Clemson Tigers. Certainly at Memorial Stadium today. But they do it with great athletes. That's the reason they're lucky in a lot of ways. But Rattler did everything he could to get rid of it.
Yeah, they did it. Clemson assumed that's probably something we do. We dropped him back in the pocket. We didn't roll him out whatsoever, so he didn't have anything to do. And he was looking downfield, trying to get a long gainer, it looked like to me, out of it, looking at maybe the route that was so successful against Tennessee, the deep square end or crossing route, and just didn't have enough time to throw it. Actually, again, Rattler did a very good job of getting away, spinning around, and just not able to finish the play, but not his fault.
All right, the Gamecocks have to kick off or punt from their own 20-yard line, and Mitch Jeter will do so on the left hash mark. Shipley is set back. This time, of course, his heels are on about the 11-yard line. And Jeter with a great kick, going to try to pin Shipley. And they're going to run a fake play inside, see who comes out with the football. The Tigers do. Mufafu, he can't get across. He fumbles the football. And it's into the field. Carolina may have it on a turnover. Right around the 44-yard line, and they do. The Gamecocks come up with it. So the Tigers try to a return in which they ran into a bubble of players. Shipley then handed it off.
A fumble recovered by South Carolina for a first down.
And Trevion Kenyon makes the hit on Mufa and comes up with the football. Oh, my goodness.
This is a weird game.
What
so
a turn
far.
of events.
Yeah.
Good job by DeCarrion Joyner staying there. And actually, Mitch Jeter was the one who had Mafu by the leg. And now the Gamecocks have got it after the safety. 1st and 10 at the 37 of Clemson. Wide receiver screen, that's Wells. Gets a block on the edge. That's the first screen of the day, by the way, Tommy, which is a little surprising. It's a gain of 6 yards on the play.
First down, 6-yard gain, run it again.
Good block by Jalen Brooks to get Wells free. Wells, who had a record 11 catches a week ago. Jaheim Bell's in the backfield. Rattler wants to go back shoulder, and he's got it down at the 7-yard line. And that is Jalen Brooks on a perfect throw, low, outside it at the hip. And they got it all the way down to the Tiger 8-yard line, a 23-yard gain. Wow, a turn of events. You get the safety, we kick off, they fumble it. A couple of plays later, and the Gamecocks are inside the Tiger 10. 2 tight end set. Rattler wants to go wide receiver screen again. And that's Juice Wells splitting 2 defenders down to about the 5-yard line. And with 9:02 to go in the second quarter, Gamecocks are threatening after a 4-yard gain.
Going a little more tempo right now, too, Todd. Just speeding the play up, not letting their defense get set. We're slowing it down a little bit right now, understandably so inside the 10, but
Marion Brown checks in. The ball's going to be on the left hash mark. The Gamecocks scored on a 4th and 4 down here in their first points on the board for the day, and now they're going to empty the backfield with Rattler working the shotgun. Man coverage, obviously no safeties back. Rattler in the gun. in some trouble. Steps up in the pocket. Going to run left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Spencer Rattler from 4 yards out. Rattler escapes the rush, runs it himself left side, and that's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. The extra point could make it a 2-point game at 16-14 Clemson.
Todd, they finally ran the quarterback draw, although it was not designed that way.
That was definitely not designed.
That was a Todd Ellis move right there, man.
No, none of that in me. Very athletic. Right back to left and Rattler up the middle. So the turnover by the Tigers results in points for Carolina. And here's Mitch Jeter. Into that west end zone and good. A 2-point ball game up at Memorial Stadium. What a turn of events. They were backed at their own 2-yard line. They get the safety. They kick off. And by the way, Jeter with a brilliant kick. They try a little razzle-dazzle on the return, fumble it away. He then runs back to a pile of players, hands it off to Mafu, who then runs, and Jeter makes the tackle on him. He spits the ball out. Carolina goes 4 plays later, 37 yards. And Tommy Rattler with one of his better throws on the 2nd or 3rd play of that drive to Jalen Brooks. Got us inside the 10-yard line.
No question. With 8:24 to go in the second quarter, folks, we've had a safety. We've had an interception return for a touchdown for 37 yards, and we've had that snafu right there on the return kick. So, weird game.
Mitch Jeter to kick off, and he does so with authority. Out of the back of the end zone. The kicking game has been good for both teams except that muffed return for Clemson, where they tried to get cute, which happens occasionally. Not just to the Tigers, but these other teams. Clemson again, very good on the ground, 130 yards to Carolina's 16 yards. The Gamecocks, though, out total yards them, 152 yards to 143. Shipley's in the backfield now. DJ working with 3 wide receivers over to his right side. Carolina crowding the line of scrimmage. Movement, handoff, Shipley, and Tonka's there to take him down. Got him around the hips. Shipley does fall forward. We'll call it a gain of 1 on the play. And right now, as this place goes, Tommy, Memorial Stadium pretty quiet.
They are, and that may be the best first down defense Carolina's had all day long against Clemson. So, you know, I wouldn't say momentum's shifting at all here, but clearly the Gamecocks have some confidence, and let's see if we can do anything with it.
16-14 Tigers, 7:54 to go in the second quarter. DJ has a timeout on the field, and that might have been delay.
I think it could have been called by the guy back there with the wave back there. Shipley so far 6 rushes, 82 yards.
There was an error with the play clock. There is no delay game. Please reset the play clock to 25 seconds.
It seemed awful quick, so we won't argue with Matt LaFleur and that SEC crew that's working the ball game today. That's how it works. SEC here at Memorial Stadium in Clemson and at Williams-Brice, ACC officials. All right, Shipley stays in the ball game. He's got 82 yards on those 6 carries. He's to the right of DJ. Second down, 10. Fake inside, DJ looking inside route, got a man, caught at the 45, trying to run away. Bo Collins at the 20, knocked out of bounds finally inside the Carolina 15-yard line. Tommy, you play by the sword. Man coverage on the outside to stop the run. You're going to get it occasionally. They just hit us for 59 yards.
Yeah, nice play by Clemson. Good throwing zones. Todd called it. We just did a lot of gambling. Blitzed 2 linebackers that time and put, I guess it was Rush out there by himself, and nice execution by Clemson.
Good job by Rush to run him down, at least for the moment, to save it. So they got it 1st and 10 at the Gamecock 15-yard line. Carolina on a 4-man front. DJ empties the backfield, wants to run it himself, left side. Into the arms of some Gamecocks. They take him down outside the 10-yard line. DQ Smith, a part of that crowd that takes him to the ground, along with Nick Burnett. That was one of the best throws I've seen DJ make all year long in any game, much less in this game. Nice strike to Collins. And now it's 2nd down and 7 at the 12 of Carolina. Gamecocks in all white today. 16-14 Tigers. Clock running at 6:29. Motion with Williams behind DJ. Fakes to him. Wants slant route. and it's incomplete. Good
Nice
coverage
play,
on the
Todd.
play.
Yeah, good play.
And that's Darius Rush. Joseph Igata was the intended receiver on another slant route, and a good job that time. Actually, that's Marcellus Dial, 24, not 28.
Timeout for an injured player.
And that's Bo Collins, Tommy, who caught the long gainer to get the Tigers down here. Collins has been injured and was questionable for today. He's made 2 big plays, a first down and then that long gainer to take it inside the Carolina 15.
You called it though, Dial rather. Excellent play that time. He was all over him. Just a quick slant route. Those things are so hard to defend if you're not ready for them. And the pass was thrown. He was all over him. No interference whatsoever. Not even close. Just good play. They're going to throw that route a lot today, though, because we're blitzing. We're blitzing then.
Got to commit our
yep.
guys to the run. And so the linebackers are up. The internal routes are there. And clearly that's a better ball that DJ throws on the play.
A lot of times down here, folks, you run zone defense, soft zones, and can't do that with a good running team.
Oniangalele lines up now on a 3rd down and 7. They can get to the Gamecock 5 for a first down. 2 wide receivers right side. He wants to throw it. Bouncing in the pocket. Lost one right side. Williams back in the end zone. Caught.
What happened? Wow.
Antonio Williams wide open. A 12-yard strike from DJ, who looked good on that drive. And Clemson is back on top, 22-14 with the extra point upcoming.
The 2 Smiths are having a nice conversation back there. That's Cam Smith and DQ Smith. They got confused, the safety and the cornerback there, and just somehow maybe in different coverage or ran together. I don't know what it was, but they had a lot of conversation going on afterwards just about what happened. So just really a misfire on Carolina's defensive secondary.
And Potter to try to extend the lead. They put it down for him, swing it up towards that east end zone in the hill here. And the Tigers are back on top, 23-14. And we have some odd scores in this series, Tommy. Remember that one?
Pads and helmet are off, so I'm going to label him as done for today and not coming back.
All right, Jamar, thank you. Jamar, of course, we'll have our exclusive interview with Shane Beamer coming up here at halftime, along with our Bud Light halftime report. And here's Potter to kick off towards the east end zone in that hill. It's going to go over the head of Xavier Leggett and be a touchback on the play. And the Gamecocks now look to put together a drive, Tommy. They got 3 timeouts remaining, 6:14 to go in the second quarter, and down 23-14.
Well, this would be huge right now to get some nice momentum going into half. We don't get the ball. Clemson gets the ball, so we got to at the beginning of the second half. So it'd be nice to get some points on the board of some sort before the half ends.
Marshawn Lloyd splits out. Now going to head back to Spencer Rattler's left, so he's in the backfield. Tigers in a 4-man front. It'll be Marshawn trying to go right side. Trudges along. A little cutback behind Amarion Brown's block. And it's a 3-yard gain on the play. Boy, that didn't exactly look explosive there by any means with Marshawn, Tommy. We're asking a lot of him to come back from that thigh bruise and hadn't seen him get loose yet, but it's not his fault. He's not had a lot of room.
Exactly right. You're playing a great defensive front and great linebackers.
Rattler now on second down, wants to throw it. Quick out routes. Got Nate Atkins caught. He had to reach up for it. That takes him to the turf. It's going to be a yard short of the first down after a 6-yard gain on the play. Second catch of the afternoon by Nate Atkins.
Yeah, boy, he does it all. Just a really nice surprise for Carolina. Just a great blocker, and now receiving with 2 catches here today. That gives him 6 for the year.
Christian Beal-Smith checks in along with Jaheim Bell. Everybody in tight. Leggett goes in motion. Handoff inside, pressing the pile, and I don't think getting it.
Wow.
The Gamecocks with Jaheim Bell, and it was stuffed right at the point of attack, which was the middle of the line.
You're going against probably one of the best, if not the best, defensive lines in America, and we're trying to stuff them right up through the middle, so it's going to be hard to get the short yardage right there.
Tommy, we're 2 for 2 on 4th down. Do you even come close to doing this here? Oh, my goodness.
I think it's answered for us right now.
Oh, 23-14 ball game. You're at your own 34-yard line. 4:40 to go in the half. Juju McDowell's in the backfield. 3 backs in the backfield. Fake inside. And Rattler wants to go down the field to Juju. He's caught the 35, 30, 20. Got a regular run away at the 10, 5.
Touchdown. He got, didn't he make it?
He's down at the 1 yard line. They call him down at the 1. On 4th down and 1 at their own 35 yard line. They hit Juju McDowell, a lofted pass for 65 yards. Oh, quiet this crowd at Memorial Stadium. What a gorgeous throw from Rattler.
Didn't you say he ought to go for it?
No, I did not. I was just questioning the process.
Take credit for it, man. Nobody will remember.
The ruling on the field, the player was short of the goal line. The previous play is under further reviews.
Juju is fighting his way down there from about the 10 on, and did he fall into the end zone or not? It doesn't matter. Tommy calls the touchdowns around here, apparently, and called it on that play. This official review is brought to you by Cool Care Heating and Air. Cool Care Heating and Air provide a free estimate, second opinion. Cool Care offers 100% financing with credit approval. Check them out online at coolcarehvac.com to schedule a visit today. What do you think, Tommy? You saw the replay.
I don't think he made it. I think he's probably down around the 1, but we got the replay here at the stadium, fans, and just looking at it as you probably are at home.
I got the pylon cam.
Yeah.
It looks like a knee is down. What a great catch, but how about that throw? Rattler again, Tommy, in the pocket, poised as he could be.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. He's short of the goal line. It's first down at that spot.
You know, Todd, what a
gutsy play.
What a gutsy play.
We're throwing a 40-yard pass on 4th and 1 from our own, and we're just down 23-14.
Remember we were playing up here with Spurrier? He went for it he was on his 34 and went for it? And we said, I mean, I don't know.
What a call.
That's why they pay him the big bucks, and that's why I make what I make up here.
And that's why we both have ulcers.
That's why you're a lawyer and I'm in insurance.
All right, first and goal on the 1 yard line. DeCarrion Joyner's going to come in the Wildcat. He'll split out Xavier Legette to the left side. DK wants to run it himself right side, trying to cut back into that line. And it looks like he got back maybe a half a yard on the play. And DK with the same play, Tommy, he ran against Tennessee, which he cut back on and scored. Clemson was there ready on that one. So second and goal with the clock running at 3:36 left in the half. Marshawn back in the ball game. Jalen Brooks, Antoine Juice Wells, and Marshawn. Wells goes in motion over the right side. Rattler's under center. Gonna play action. Rattler backing up, looking crossing route, and it's picked off in the end zone. Oh no, Rattler has thrown a pick. A crossing route intended for Juice Wells. And now there's some pushing and shoving going on at midfield. And the Tigers are trying to clear him out. Oh, what a mistake, Tommy. I'm not sure he was open, but it definitely was not a good pass. R.J. Mickens takes away a likely score from the Gamecocks. The second pick of the afternoon by Spencer Rattler.
Well, just, honestly, just a bad throw. Really bad decision and bad throw. He had a little pressure on him, but regardless, you throw that one away. It was a crossing route. He went back, looked to his right. He had to wait a while for Wells to come all the way across the back line of the end zone back there. And he had man-to-man coverage. I believe then kind of a safety came underneath, I guess, and made the play on it. But just a bad throw.
Yeah,
really bad
throw. The corner was on Wells, was in position as well. It's not like he was open on the play.
It had to be a perfect throw to get there. And Rattler just did not put enough on it. He just kind of floated it out there and let the defenders make their move on it. So 3:18 to go in the second quarter in Carolina. Oh, gosh. Wow, that hurts.
And Tigers have 3 timeouts remaining. DJs, team up 23-14. Will take Shipley into the backfield to his right. Out of the gun, they'll run it. Shipley bouncing into the pile. Pickens closes it down along with Eman Worry and Jordan Birch. And that's either no gain or a gain of 1 yard on the play. Clock running at 3:05. Oh my goodness, what an opportunity for Carolina. Had it at the 1 yard line, and it wasn't like it was third down either, Tommy.
No, second down.
Yeah, so it was a second down play.
Yeah, had 2 more to go.
DJ back to work with 3 wide receivers over to the left side. 4-man front for Carolina. Snap it back. Pitch sweep, left side. Shipley makes one move and now another. They drag him down, but not before he gets a first down. Oh, what a nice play by Shipley, because we had him in the backfield, Tommy. He gains 12 on the play when we were lined up to make the stop.
Yeah, he's really got a lot of juke about him. He just left 3 white jerseys just staying there grabbing air. And
Sherrod was the first one on him and had the beat on him. He did turn him back in, but then there was another missed tackle in the change move with 2:16 to go in the half. Shipley to the right of DJ again. They're taking their time. Carolina rushes 5. DJ in the pocket, backing up, bouncing. Wants to go down the field. Jump ball. Williams around the 30. And that's incomplete. Knocked away by Cam Smith.
The field is an incomplete pass.
And Cam got that right arm in there, Tommy, I think at the last second, and knocked away from Williams.
Yeah, just really caused him some. He really had to make a great play to pull it back in, but
those two battling it out.
Yep.
Just like they did a week ago with Jalen Hyatt, another Dutch Fork product. Cam this time. And has the football fall to the turf. They reconfirm it on the scoreboard replay. And so now it's 2nd and 10 with 2:01 to go in the second quarter.
These last 2 weeks have been pretty good for Cam as the next level.
DJ sends Shipley in motion right side, but he wants to run it. Quarterback draw. Gamecocks let him get across the 40-yard line again on a nice run for Gilbert Edmond makes the stop. It's an 8-yard gain. Clock still running at 1:50 to go. Clemson with 3 timeouts, leading 23-14. What an emotional first half. We've had a safety, a pick 6, some brilliant catches and plays. Josh Vann has been injured, and we threw a pick again on the 1-yard line. Tigers do get across the 44 for a first down on the play. E-Man Worry takes Shipley to the turf, but it's a 4-yard gain. And Shipley is looking at 95 yards. He had that long run of 47 to help those stats with 1:19 to go. DJ wants to throw it. Screen play left side. And Gamecocks were almost there with DQ Smith, but the tight end,
the only thing
Bringenstool comes in and makes the catch. Timeout Tigers.
Timeout Clemson.
Todd, the only thing that made this first half perfect is if DK intercepted that and run it back for a touchdown. He was close on it, but he didn't get it, obviously. So just a nutty first half.
Yeah, Bringenstool was lucky to get that one in the chest. He does do it, but Tigers take their first time out of the half with 1:12 to go. They will get the football to open the second half.
Game was so close to being a 2-point game, and actually take away the safety and all. That's 9 points right there. I mean,
9 defensive points and then pull back within it and make it a close game like it's supposed to be with a score down there on the 1-yard line. But that's why they play them, because these young people got to make correct decisions. And Rattler with a bad one on a 2nd down play. Through his 2nd pick of the afternoon, he's made some gorgeous throws as he normally does. All right, Clemson really sets again. 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. 4 wide receiver set. DJ wants to throw. No. Quarterback draw left side. He's into Gamecock territory, and he's blasted and overturned right at the Carolina 49. He pops up pretty quickly, but Stone Blanton, the freshman linebacker, with a big hit on the play, along with Debo Williams, and a 3-yard gain, but DJ's feeling that one right now. 50 seconds remaining in the half. 3rd down and 4. The Carolina 49. DJ looking right. Fade route near sideline. Incomplete on the play. Jump ball, and that's 4th down. The Tigers intending it for Brandon Spector, the 6'1", 205-pound junior, battling on the play with Marcellus Dial.
It's like Clemson's going to go for it here, Todd.
With 39 seconds to go.
Yeah. Why not, I guess.
They might keep it conservative and run some more clock. Don't forget, Jamar Nesbit will have Shane Beamer here momentarily on the half ends. Got some business to do, though, with 39 seconds to go. All right, 4th and 4. Ball on the 49-yard line. DJ calls for the football. Going to roll right. He does punt it. DJ punts it towards the east end zone, and it's a touchback. Nice punt by the athletic quarterback, but it goes a little too far. 49-yarder as he swung the leg out to the right side. And my man, Stone Blant was pretty darn close to getting there. I'm not sure he couldn't have blocked that if he'd have known that the punt was coming, but DJ did a good job of disguising it. So with 33 seconds remaining, and the Gamecocks with their 3 timeouts, let's see if Shane Beamer takes any more risk. His team down 23-14. Second week in a row, Carolina's taken on a top 10 team. They beat number 5 Tennessee a week ago, 63-38. And number 7 Clemson trying to stay in the playoff picture, at least be talked about, and keep their home record, it's over 6 years old, alive. Rattler looks like he wants to throw on first down. He does. Back shoulder throw to Jaheim Bell and can't get there. Rattler picks himself off the turf as KJ Henry took him down after the throw. Second and 10 upcoming.
Todd, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like certainly we should be leading this game potentially. We're not. I understand that. But we're not out of this football game at all. We're discouraged right now because of this last play specifically. But I hope these guys go in at halftime and realize this game has still got a long way to go.
Gamecocks have been able to throw the football. Marshawn Lloyd's in the ball game. He'll go right side. He drops the shoulder on a defender and he'll gain a couple with 22 seconds remaining. A 3-yard gain on the play. And Marshawn has looked a little unsure today, Tommy, running the football.
Well, I think a big reason that those orange jerseys on the other side, because they'd make me unsure too. They've, again, a very good defensive line, as we all know that. Linebackers are excellent, so it's been really no place to run.
Jamar Nesbit will be with Coach Beamer. If they get him for TV, we'll have him second. And it looks like Molly McGrath will come up to speak with Coach. It's his second ball game in this rivalry. He brought a team in today that had won National Team of the Week for the win over Tennessee, and he was National Coach of the Week as well. 7 wins, which of course Tommy matched last year altogether. First time we've had 7 wins in a regular season since 2018, and a chance to do more with this game and the bowl game upcoming. Shane Beamer, a heck of a year in his second year, and particularly holding the team together during some of the darker times, as we talked about it, the Missouri game and the Florida game as well, just not playing well at all. And then the bounce back games, beating Texas A&M for the first time, getting Kentucky for the first time in a while, and here's Jamar Nesbit.
Oh, hey, Coach, 2 words, resiliency and self-inflicted wounds.
That's it. I knew our guys would battle, and that's what we're doing, but we're killing ourselves.
College football, so we better enjoy this while we can. The second longest consecutive played rivalry until the COVID year, in which it was canceled due to protocols, and now it's still the 11th longest consecutively played rivalry in college football history. And it's a battle. Some injuries out there on a Prisma Health injury report. Josh Fan went down after a great catch on the near sideline for a first down. Looked like he rolled up his lower leg, had his shoulder pads off, as Jamar Nesbit reported, and will likely not be in the ball game. Will Shipley has looked a little banged up at times for the Clemson Tigers, but he's got 9 rushes for 99 yards. He had a long of 47. And here comes Mitch Jeter to kick off here for the second half. The typical late November sky with a few shadows falling from the west here, even at 2 o'clock or so in the afternoon. Shipley looking into the sunlight somewhat, will set back to receive in that east end zone. Jeter, who made the tackle and forced the fumble on Clemson's return after the safety, will kick off. The right footer puts his foot into it. Over the head of Shipley, and a touchback on the play as Clemson will take over. DJ Aniga Galele has gone the whole way at quarterback for the Tigers. There was some talk that, and they played him before, Cade Klubnik, the 6'2", 195-pound freshman from Austin, Texas, who they think a lot of, might see some time. DJ is 5 of 13 for 86 yards, but Tommy, he looked better there late in the second quarter.
He did, yeah. He's rushed the ball 10 times for 42 yards, too, but he did settle down. They gave him better protection, had better throwing lanes.
He'll take Shipley to his right on 1st and 10, working off the left hash mark. It will be Shipley going left side,
nice
but
stop.
right into the arms of a Gamecock, and they push him back and away. And that's Gilbert Edmond. Another stop, -1 on the play. That's his 10th tackle for a loss on the season. Good start on first down for the Gamecock defense.
Yeah, Edmonds got 3 tackles today, too. Leading tackler is Eman Wari, and Brad Johnson's got 3. Eman Wari's got 4.
Eman Wari, of course, leads the team and an SEC leading 55 solo tackles coming into the ball game. All right, 2nd down and 11. The ball on the 24 of the Tigers. First drive of the second half. Carolina plays the line of scrimmage. DJ's in the pocket, floats one out there and into the flat.
Is that not
and hits
grounded?
in the turf.
There was no one within 10 yards of it. He never left the pocket, but
yeah, I think he had Collins out there, but great coverage that time by Marcellus Dial. And DJ, I think, felt the pocket collapsing on him. So 3rd down and 11. It would be a great 3 and out for Carolina's defense to start the second half. And Carolina brings Juwan Banks in, an extra defensive back. They need to get to the 35 to the Tigers. DJ in the pocket. Fade route right side. Into coverage and batted away. Dial.
great coverage, Todd.
Pushes the ball away on a go route outside intended for E.J. Williams in a punting situation for the Tigers on the first drive of the second half.
Maybe one of the best defensive plays by a secondary guy we've had this year without an interference call. Remember that there was a period of time, every time they threw a pass, we'd get a call. Just a really, really nice play that time by Dial.
Dial was right in the chest of Williams. Marion Brown has been back returning punts since Josh Vann has been injured in this ball game. And Swanson Jr. from Tampa, Florida, the left footer, puts his foot into it. It's a roller. Going to bounce up in the air. And Marion gets it on the run at the 45, 50. He's into Clemson territory down the sideline at the 30. They finally knock him out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Marion Brown substituting for Josh Vann picks up the one hopper and makes the cut to the outside. A 38-yard punt, 36-yard return.
Todd, a great no call by official down here. I could not tell exactly
Timeout for an injured player.
who it was on, but our guy was getting ready to block, and the defender turned his back because Marion Brown broke to the outside. He never touched him, but the Clemson defender fell down. So the official was right there, did not call it. Clemson fans got a little concerned about it. I understand that. They're homers, and they should be. But really nice play that time by a lot of people.
DeCarrion Joyner is going to come in on the 1st and 10 play at the Tiger 26. He's at quarterback. Atkins goes in motion to the left side. Handoff, Jaheim going into the short side. Good block by Atkins. Jaheim Bell with a stiff arm and still fighting and pushing. And Bell and the Tigers are in it face to face as he comes off the Gamecock bench. They clean it up and go back to the huddle. We'll see where the spot is as the officials were worried about cleaning it up. It is an 8-yard gain on the play, and Eric Douglas is upset with somebody. He's still speaking to the official about what to watch for. Here's Rattler quickly back to work. Out of the gun, wide receiver screen. Marion Brown's hit back at the 20. A missed block by Jalen Brooks.
Yeah.
Oh, -1 on the play. Nate Wiggins, the corner, read that one. And I actually think Rattler should have gone the other way. It was Wells into the boundary that might have been the better option at wide receiver screen. But a nice job by the Tigers brings up 3rd down and 4. They need to get to the 16 of the Clemson Tigers. Tigers in all orange today, Carolina in all white with the black helmets. Nate Atkins is in the backfield with Rattler. Wells goes in motion over to the left side and sits down. There's 3 wide receivers on that side. Shotgun snap. Rattler back in the pocket. Got some time. Screen play. Atkins wide open to 15. 10. Give him a stiff arm at the 5. Spins and dives. He's out of bounds They're going to call it all the way back. And they'll call down to the 2-yard line. Nate Atkins, Tommy Suggs, he's turned into our leading receiver. What in the world is happening? An 18-yard gain on the play.
I tell you, I love that kid. I mean, he came in here unannounced, transfer. His daddy was the offensive coach, line coach, and just has really worked himself into being somewhat of a semi-star on this offensive team.
3 catches now for 56 yards. Jaheim Bell's in the backfield. They'll run it with him straight up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Jaheim Bell from 2 yards out. The Gamecocks get a stop of the Tigers to open the second half, and then they score on the Tigers to open the second half. The extra point could make it a 2-point game again, 23-21 with 12:06 to go in the third quarter.
Telling some Carolina athletic officials at halftime, if you'd have told me we'd have been down by 9 points at Clemson and had a safety, an interception return for a touchdown, and had an interception on the 2-yard line, I'd have taken it. But
and
I didn't
lost Josh Vann.
Yeah, but I didn't realize we could come out and do this in the second half. This is a nice sign right here, folks.
Oh, it's a
long
great
way
sign.
to go. Long way to go, but this is a good sign. Nice creative play calling right there, and just some good defensive play as well. So let's get this point and let's get on with the game.
Here's Mitch Jeter lining it up towards that east end zone. Quiet crowd. Up and good. Gamecocks strike first in the second half with a gorgeous drive. 4 plays, 26 yards up to the poor punt and returned by Amarion Brown, subbing in for Josh Vann in the punt return role. A 2-yard run from Jaheim Bell, and we got ourselves a 2-point ball game. This is Carolina football. It certainly has been with the blunder that Clemson had in the fumble in the specialty play after the safety. And the Gamecocks punting game and now return game with Amarion Brown leading the way in the punt return. Great field position for Carolina as Mitch Jeter runs back out on the field. And he readies his squad and runs up, puts his right foot into it. End over end, high kick. Shipley is 2 yards deep, and they allow it to be a touchback on the play. So 12:06 to go in the third quarter. It's 23-21 Clemson. They have led the entire ball game, but the second time Carolina's cut it to 2. Last time the Tigers responded with a drive. Let's see what they do here. DJ had 3 and out with his Clemson offense in the first drive of the second half. He'll bring Shipley out. DJ will take a long look at him and speak to him. And it's 2 wide receivers into the boundary. That's his left side. The 6'4", 250-pounder readies for pistol formation with Shipley behind him. 1st and 10. Williams comes in motion. Fake to him, handoff Shipley up the middle. Carolina trying to rip the football out, and they pull him down to the turf, but he does fall for a 3-yard gain on the play. Shipley now over 100 yards on the afternoon. He had 128 a year ago in the Clemson win, 30-0. Quite different ball game today. Cam Smith, part of that stop on the process. 2nd down and 7. DJ, 2 wide receivers each way. Carolina still shifting. Williams now orbit motion. DJ going to run it himself left side, and he's hit hard. E-Man Worry just lit up. The 250-pound quarterback is grabbing his right side. Carolina's got a player down, not E-Man Worry, and that's Sherrod Green, who's up on his own accord, but running towards the Gamecocks sideline. Stone Blanton comes in down and in for Green, and that brings up 3rd down and 1 on their own 34-yard line. DJ still kind of squatting down like that shot took the breath out of him, and I understand why. One of the best hitters and tacklers in the league.
As a true freshman.
Quickly up the line of scrimmage now. They break the huddle. 2 wide receivers right side. Shipley to the left to DJ. Stone Blanton walks up in the pocket, and Shipley comes out the right side across the 40 and up to about the 44-yard line. Good run and patience of 10 yards and a Clemson 1st down. Wow. Gilbert Edmond finally brings him down. Good job of the pulling. Jordan McFadden on the play for the Tigers.
Yeah, Shipley's got 102 yards now. Gamecocks' total rushing is 30 yards. 112 yards, rather, for Shipley.
Marshawn Lloyd back today, folks, but has been ineffective, as is everybody else in the run game so far. Tigers now 1st and 10. Have it at their own 44-yard line. DJ wants to throw it. Back in the pocket, bouncing, going left side into coverage. Carolina there, Clemson there, knocked away. Oh, the Gamecocks had a great opportunity to pick the football, but Marcellus Dow could not come up with it. Tommy, coverage was there. We just have to bring some of those in. Adam Randall, the intended receiver.
Yeah, I think Randall did a good job, Todd, turning from an offensive receiver to a defensive guy, because he more or less broke that thing up and played defense all of a sudden on Dial that time. But I thought they were holding. I thought the right offensive tackle for Clemson was holding real badly. The official didn't call it.
After the incomplete pass, it's 2nd down and 10 on their own 44-yard line. Some shadows following on DJ. Looks, steps, throws left side, tipped up. Again, nobody there for the Gamecocks to get it. A diving Stone Blanton comes in late. Brandon Spector, the intended receiver, but it looked like it was a little behind him. Here comes 3rd down.
But, Todd, 3rd time this game, a ball has been knocked up in the air, and we have not been in a position to catch it. The first time, obviously, it hit, I think, Dial or Rush right in the face, and they missed it. The other times, it's just going up in the air, and we've had people around it, but not in a position to intercept it.
Tigers are 6 of 11 on the day. On 3rd down, you can feel the pressure on them right now, including DJ, to try to convert here. They're almost to midfield. Gamecocks have just grabbed the momentum. 3rd down and 10. DJ rolling left side. Now back to the right. Now being trailed. Throws out in the flat. Incomplete. Oh, Brad Johnson on a blitz. Jordan Birch was there as well. DJ did a good job to get rid of it, but could not connect with the receiver on the Gamecock sideline. And now it's 4th down and 10.
Nice play up front, a lot of pressure coming. Huntley initially was the first guy in there, forced him out of the pocket, and then Brad Johnson came in from the right side and really kind of cleaned it up a little bit.
Tigers to come up quickly to try to punt. Swanson, end over end punt. Amarion Brown set back to receive, lets it bounce. Softly it does, thank goodness, around the Gamecock 15-yard line. I'm not sure why he did not fair catch that. A 41-yard punt, but no more damage was done as the roll did not occur. And now this stadium getting a little uneasy.
Another good defensive stand by Clayton White's people, and all the Clemson fans now standing up. They realize, this game can be interesting here, so they're standing up, getting ready to cheer, and I don't blame them. They've got a lot to be proud of, but we'll see.
Spencer Rattler has thrown 2 interceptions, 1 pick six, 14 to 25, 223. Brings in Marshawn Lloyd. Rattler wipes the hands off. 4 wide receiver set. Snap it back. Marshawn up the middle again, stuffed again. Boy, we've gone back to that again and again, Tommy. And
it's not there. It's not there, Todd. Nope.
No, I don't know that it's gotten better. Nothing adjusted at halftime. And Clemson's just eating up that interior side of the offensive line, at least in the run game.
Yeah, it looks like to us, folks, inside the tackles, inside certainly the guards are just not there all day long. So we may want to use that occasion to set up another play, keep everybody honest. But as far as picking up yardage on 1st down, it is not there. 2nd
down and 12 after the lost yardage play. 9:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. 23-21 Clemson. Rattler. 4 wide receivers are all tight. 4-man rush by Clemson. Rattler's in the pocket, dumps it off. Marshawn makes the catch, cuts back across the field. Marshawn trying the wide side at the 15. He doesn't gain as much. I think Tommy's right. He's pointing here in the booth. Go east and west here at this stadium. Marshawn just ran sideline to sideline too much.
He made a good move initially, but then he should have just turned it up. He had a blocker he could have set up to get up some yards. He'd have picked up probably 5 or 6 yards as opposed to breaking it to the outside. Not a good decision that time.
3rd and 9 for Carolina. The Gamecocks 2 of 7 on 3rd down. Nate Adkins is in the ball game. He's to the left of Rattler. Clemson comes with 4, now 5. Rattler's in trouble and sacked. Yeah, not a situation 3rd and long. KJ Henry, another sack for Henry, -8 on the play.
I was hoping on that one, totally second-guessed on my part, is we'd have run some misdirection that time back there with some couple plays and maybe thrown off of it too. Just something a little different as a dropping back, because I kind of we knew they'd just come after us, and that's what they did. So give Clemson credit, but we got to show some misdirection, guys.
Timeout for an injured player.
I don't know who's hurt on the play. is it's on the near the Tiger bench. It is a Clemson Tiger who's hurt. Hope he's all right. Does make his way up. And that's Kane Patterson, the safety. Will step away. Gamecocks in a punting situation.
Averaging 41% on third downs, and we got to make it easier on ourselves, and we're just not doing that.
Here's Kai Kroger to punt out of his west end zone. And the Tigers are feeling it as they might have good field position with Antonio Williams set back to receive. Williams averaging 8.5 yards a return. They're still holding the clock here. And I think now readying us for play. Kroger, 5 yards deep in the end zone. Left footer, bangs one out. Drives Williams back. Williams at the 29-yard line. One cut up the Gamecock bench. Now back to the middle of the field. Now into open space. Williams knocked down as he gets into Gamecock territory by Trevion Kenyon. But he's all the way back to the Carolina 47-yard line. A 22-yard return, nicely weaving through the Gamecock coverage that time. Boy, you can't hit those punts any better. Just nice job by Clemson.
He's had every one that he wanted to have turnover today in the spiral. The one he did kick what do we call those things now? Kick one of those that went out about the 3-yard line. So other than that, he's done an outstanding job today.
DJ back in at quarterback. Shipley to his right. Looks up at his QB. Williams comes in motion in front of him. And they fake the pitch sweep to Shipley. Now DJ throws it down the field left side and just into a void. Nobody there. It bounces harmlessly around the 35-yard line. Good coverage by the Gamecocks. They fake the pitch and then into the open area. I think DJ thought that the back shoulder play was going to be set for his wide receiver.
A lot of eye candy that time, but Carolina didn't go for it. 2nd
down and 10. The ball in the 47. Mafu is in the backfield. They'll run with him. Right side, big hole inside the 40. Mafu down the far sideline, knocked out of bounds. Good gracious, Tommy.
Oh, boy.
Wow, that was a hole that time. An 18-yard gain on the play and a Clemson first down. You can't put pressure on them as long as they keep going back to that every time.
As difficult as it has been for Carolina to run offensively inside the tackles, Clemson has had much success outside of our tackles, and good example of it right there.
Tigers with 269 yards of total offense to Carolina's 246. So fresh set of downs. DJ wants to roll right side, now throws back to Shipley. Shipley with the catch, breaks one tackle at the 25, and the Gamecocks sling him to the turf. O'Donnell Fortune takes Shipley down, so it was acting like he was going to run right. Throw back left side, a 10-yard gain on the play, and Shipley broke a good tackle of Emenwari.
It's a good example, though, of misdirection. Clemson does a lot of good misdirection in their play calling. Quarterbacks moving one way, all throwing it back the other way, running all kind of stuff.
Leading 23-21. They're at their Gamecock 19-yard line. DJ, inside run play. And inside the 15 quickly and down to the turf. The Tigers running on a 4-yard gain on the play.
Brought down by Sherrod Green. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6.
5:37 to go in the third. It's just a 2-point lead, but the Tigers are moving here. Tight end over to the right side. DJ, 2 wide receivers over to his right. Moves the tailback over, hands to him, left side. Up the middle and inside the 12-yard line. Kobe Pace. Kobe Pace with his 2nd carry of the afternoon. Into the backfield, 5'10", 205-pound junior from Cedartown, Georgia. That's his 27th and 28th carry of the year.
Need a little help here from Clemson, Todd. Maybe a little turnover or something. Misdirection, misfire, anything like that will help us, folks.
3rd down and 2. The ball in the Gamecock 11-yard line. Clock down under 4:45. 3 wide receivers right side. Shipley's back in. Straight up the middle is Shipley. Grinding at the 5 and into the end zone. Every time they need one, they go to him straight up the middle. Good blocking by Will Putnam, the center on the play, and Walker Parks, the right guard. 11-yard run. The extra point could make it a 9-point game, 30-21.
Boy, just great blocking, Todd. You called it so perfectly because it was textbook that time on our guys up front. So give Clemson credit on that one.
Boy, there was a big gap right there, too, as I look at the replay. Here's Potter. Good cut by Shipley around the 8-yard line. And he's got it. So the Tigers have gotten what they've got the last 7 years in this rivalry, 30 points. But it's not over. Still in the third quarter with 4:35 to go, and Carolina's sitting on 21. We'll be back. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
Not good. We played Missouri and only had 32 yards rushing, 44 versus Florida. So it's a trait. We have got to run the football better, and I think, again, I'm sure we got some plays we hadn't seen yet, so hopefully we'll pull those babies out here in a little bit.
Shipley with another run. He's up to 123 yards rushing on the afternoon. That was a touchdown run. Here's B.J. Potter set to kick off towards the west end zone. Xavier Legette lets it fly over his head and out of the back of the end zone. Touchback. Rattler's going all the way at quarterback with the exception of DeCarrion Joyner. And to Tommy's point, DK is yet to throw it. DeCarrion's 11 of 11 throwing, dating back to last year's. Last 11 attempts are all completions and 2 touchdowns in that process.
And Kroger's 3 for 3, right?
5 for 5.
5. Boys are good.
We'll see if Rattler can be as well. He's got the 1 touchdown, 226 yards. Marshawn Lloyd back from his injury, 3 weeks out, to the left of him. Tigers realizing a pretty important series for him. 1st and 10. Gamecocks throw it out left side. That's Jaheim Bell trying with a cutback. Up the sideline after a good block on the edge. And that's Juice Wells with a good block. Freed him towards the Gamecock bench. It's just a 3-yard gain on the play before they ran him out of bounds. But again, our 3rd or 4th time we've seen that today. And it normally is played much more often by the Gamecock offense because the middle of that line has not much been going for Carolina. 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard gain. Ball on the 28-yard line. 4:03 to go in the third quarter. 30-21 Clemson. Clemson's line shifts, snap it back. Rattler looking right side, now rolling right side. Wants to go on a corner route. He's got a man there. Juice Wells going at the 30, 20, trying to run away at the 10. He does so. 5. Touchdown Carolina. Touchdown Juice Wells. 72 daggum yards at Memorial Stadium. Are you kidding me? Boom, right back in it.
Todd, I thought he was throwing to the short guy. The short guy had his guy beat like 10 yards, and all of a sudden I didn't even see Juice Wells. And what a beautiful throw, beautiful catch. And Juice moved it to the inside after he caught it and got the defender off track a little bit, so he carried it on in for a touchdown.
Soft hands,
soft
and a
hands.
gorgeous throw. Nice job of staying away from the defender after he caught it.
Yeah, that's what I tried to say. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Mitch Jeter up. Good. And I know you can hear me because it's awfully quiet. It's a 2-point game again. 30-28 with 3:45 to go in the third. A stunned Memorial Stadium.
You know, we thought and we said coming into this game, folks, that Clemson's, if they had a weakness on defense, it was the secondary. Although that weakness would be the top of the line of most schools in this country because their bar's been set so high. So let's give them credit there. But we picked on them today. That was Rattler now 16 of 27, 298 yards, 2 touchdowns, and unfortunately 2 picks. But that's a beautiful one right there, longest one today for him by far. But excellent throw, good route. Good protection. He moved out of the pocket to his right. He had plenty of time to throw. Can't say it much better than that.
I don't know that anybody's thrown better deep balls than he has the last 2 weeks. It's just everything has been on the mark. We've had some defensive players knock him away, but the accuracy from Rattler on these soft throws to just drop them in there. Good gracious. Pretty stuff from number 7. All right, here's Mitch Jeter to kick off towards the east end zone. Back to a 2-point game. Deep over the head of Shipley. And bouncing out of the back of that end zone. And now the pressure's back on the Tigers because a quick strike from the Gamecocks on 2 plays.
I don't know what I'm doing.
We hadn't seen that design this year, too, by the way.
No, you're right.
Roll up, set up, throwing just a 2-deep pattern. You're right. One open short pattern and an open deep one.
He was wide open for what, 20 yards maybe?
Wide
open, at least. He didn't go to him.
Cranked it up and let it go. All right, here's DJ. 2 backs in the backfield, Shipley and Maffa. Seeing Shipley in motion, Maffa's going to run it left side. Trying to bounce into the arms of DJ, but Maffa with his big, strong legs pushes forward as Gilbert Edmond finally takes him down, but it's a 5-yard gain on the play. Nothing exciting, but it works for Clemson, I promise you.
Well, they have a lot of complimentary plays, so they'll run one like that, pick up 3 or 4 or 5 yards, be happy with it. Most people would be ecstatic. Then they set up another play with it. So I like their offensive schemes, what they do.
2nd and 5 for DJ. Shipley's the lone back. Allen comes in motion left side, wide receiver screen to Williams. Williams with a catch. Gamecocks there, knock him out of bounds.
Good play by
Fortune taking him to the turf. Douglas Kershaw Adams brought up a good point, Tommy. I am not sure I've seen Darius Rush out here in the 3rd quarter, or at least extensively at all. And Fortune, who's a good player, has been out at the corner spot since that time frame. We'll see if Jamar can get us a Prisma Health injured party. Here comes 3rd down. 3rd and 5 after no gain on the wide receiver screen. DJ takes 3 wide receivers over to the right side. Shipley to his left. Carolina all up in the line of scrimmage. DJ looking right side in the pocket, gets hit as he throws it incomplete. Gamecocks with a 3 and out. Zach Pickens was in there with great pressure and bumped the hip of DJ, and if he had a chance to make the completion, look at Clayton White and Demo on the far sideline congratulating that defense as they come off the field.
I tell you, as a quarterback, Todd, you know this because you were a great one. You don't always get a chance to set your feet to the target where you're throwing it. And that time was a good example. He didn't. He was under pressure. The pressure did not allow him to move his lower body and step toward the target. Therefore, he was inaccurate with it.
Swanson, the left footer, puts his foot into it. It's a low wobbler, again, bouncing away from a Marion Brown. A run over there, but then let it trickle inside the 30-yard line near the Gamecock bench. So not as much damage by Aiden Swanson. A 41-yard punt on the roller.
You know, Brown has not received but 1 punt so far, and he ran it back 36 yards. The others he's let just bounce. And not a one of them, Todd, have bounced progressively for Clemson.
It's not been a great advantage. It's not been a great advantage for him.
I know every time I'm like, I wish he'd receive it, but when he does it, it still doesn't go far.
Oh, these fans start to stand up. They know the Gamecocks have got a chance here with 2:15 to go in the 3rd to try to take this lead. It's 30-28 Clemson. Jaheim Bell split out. Empty backfield. Thrown. Juice Wells caught. Wide receiver screen. 1 cut. 35-40. And knocked out of bounds. Good blocking. And boy, Marcus Satterfield, Tommy, good play call there because the blitz was coming off the same place we threw it to.
Yeah, and we've said this so many times this year. No one gets that pass away faster than Rattler does, but it all starts with a good snap from the center. Eric Douglas, who started a bunch of he started 35 games this year. Good snap. He gets rid of it quick, and that's what makes it up, along with some good blocking on the outside.
That was a 14-yard gain on the play and a Carolina 1st down from their own 43-yard line. 2 wide receivers split out way to the left, the wide side of the field. Rattler, handoff, straight to the middle. Jaheim, good block on the left side. Nice. Pushes over that Tiger paw for a couple-yard gain. Nate Atkins was the kick-out block. It gains 5 on 1st down. Yeah, anytime you're not blocking well, put 44 in there because he's going to light somebody up.
I told some friends of mine, he's never seen anyone he didn't want to block. If I was walking down the street in a business suit on, I'd dodge him because he'd look at me and want to block me for some reason.
The shock today on him, it's 3 catches for 56 yards, including a circus catch over his shoulder. DeCarrion Joyner is in the Wildcat. Let's see if he'll finally throw it, and there's a timeout somewhere.
The previous play is under further review for a potential targeting.
I think it was. I didn't call it.
I didn't even see
I
it.
didn't either. I didn't either.
Yep.
No, I didn't either. Be fair with about it.
Well, that must have been a call from the booth because I don't think anybody downstairs saw that. This official review is brought to you by Cool Care Heating and Air. Have Cool Care provide a free estimate or second opinion. Cool Care offers 100% financing with credit approval. Check them out online at coolcarehvac.com to schedule a visit today. Well, there's no question defensive back is dropping his head. Or is that KJ Henry? Is that 5 or 9,
That's
David?
9, I think.
That's 9, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 9.
Yeah, it's 9. Yeah, KJ
Murphy.
Henry coming in there. That's R.J. Mickens.
Yeah.
The safety coming up late.
Sure looked like he did, but
I think that's the right call. But I can tell you, all those pile plays, that's rarely called. That happens all the time. There's 59 seconds remaining in the third quarter, folks. It's a 2-point ball game, 30-28.
the other thing that's rarely called is a call that agrees with me or Jamar.
Especially this year.
You're right. Man, I'm horrible.
I think you guys are like 0 for 25 or something.
I think you're right. You're right.
And my record's not much better on these calls.
I don't even get them when I'm sitting and watching games at home. Jane will say, "What do you think?" I say, "That's targeting this." It's not targeting. I mean, I just don't know.
Well, let them work this out. Again, this is for the protection of the players. We were a victim of it last week with Eman Worry, Tommy, and that was a close one, but certainly was a right call probably.
I want to say something, though, Todd. Off the air a few minutes ago, I said, if we can get this game to 2 points entering the fourth quarter, it'll be weird. I mean, it'll be nice. 59 seconds to go, we're down by 2. With all the stuff we've been through in this game, this thing may be ours today. It may be our time. We got a long way to go, folks. We understand that. Long way to go. But everything we've been through today, we've handled adversity well so far. We've bounced back from it, made big plays, those type of things. Made some stupid ones as well. But still, we play in number 17 in the country. Happens to be our rival on the road, and we're down 2 points. So, what the heck? We'll take it. With 340 yards in total offense, 312 passing, but unfortunately only 28 yards rushing. But that's kind of the team we got right now, I think.
In today's fast-paced world, you really appreciate Sainsbury Eye Center's selection, style, comfort, price, and 1-hour service. But what you'll love most of all is the precision of your vision.
After review, personal foul targeting using the crown of the helmet on the defense, number 9. That player is disqualified.
R.J. Mickens is out of the ball game. Well, what you got and what you like, Sainsbury Eye Centers.
Got a 15.
That's what a bright, clear Sainsbury day is all about.
What I got is a Sainsbury 15-yard penalty here, too, which is nice. And
after the Jaheim Bell run, it does move it deeper into Clemson territory at their own 37-yard line. So Carolina with 55 seconds and the clock running now to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 at the Tiger 37. They're down 30-28. Spencer Rattler empties the backfield. Wide receiver screen thrown to the outside. Get 1 block, get 2, Juice. Inside the 30, 25, and down to the 22-yard line. Man, he runs those well. It's almost like he's in a dance contest following steps of someone. He knows exactly where to move in the cut. Gains 15 yards and another Carolina first down.
I tell you, good blocking over there, Todd. Excuse me, Nate Atkins again, and also Bell. Bell did a very good job blocking. But again, folks, so many times, as you know, Todd, that person with the ball sets those things up, and I think Wells does a good job with that.
We are going to the fourth quarter with the Gamecocks threatening again to take the lead. The Tigers, number 7 in the country, have won 7 straight in this series, have won 6 straight years of home games, and Carolina with a chance to spoil it in the rivalry game when we come back. The score, Clemson 30, Carolina 28. This is Carolina football from Learfield. At the Tiger 22-yard line.
All right, guys, we got to play with confidence. We've gotten ourselves. We fought through a lot of adversity to get here. Now let's go win this game in this fourth quarter.
Jaheim Bell's in the backfield. He's to the left with a 2 tight end set. Clemson pressures in wide receiver screen thrown on the outside. Juice Wells with a great catch, trying to make a cut. Clemson trails from the inside out and takes him to the turf. A 4-yard gain on the play. Another good wide receiver screen called, Tommy, because of blitz coming off the left side of Rattler.
Good catch that time by Wells as well. He caught it as well. He caught it around his shoelaces and was able to pull it in and make a few moves in there.
Jakarion Joyner comes in the ball game. He will get in the quarterback slot. Jaheim's to his left.
Let him throw it.
3 wide receivers over to the right side, including 2 tight ends. Now Nate Atkins comes over and sits down on the left side. Back in motion. Handoff. Jaheim running hard inside the 15 down to about the 12-yard line. 7-yard gain on the play, and that should be a first down. Good blocks for those tight ends, Tommy, and that's a new wrinkle. Split them out, but they block on the sweep, and a good job that time.
Yeah, when you're not going between the tackles, you put DK in there and let him hand it off to Bell on the outside where your best blocking is happening out there today.
Carolina's got it now. 1st and 10 at the Tiger 12-yard line. Marshawn Lloyd's back in the ball game. Rattler lifts his fingers, wipes them off on the towel. 3 wide receivers into the mix. Wells comes behind him in orbit motion. Throws it out to Wells. It's a good block at a 15-10. Cutting back, that's Jaheim Bell. There's a flag on the play. Down to about the 2-yard line. It's a late flag. And, of course, Dabo Sweeney's down there lobbying. Let's see what the call is on an 8-yard gain.
Probably heard the Clemson fans say we've been holding all day. I hope we have. If we have, that's perfect.
Well, another good play call. Here's the call.
Personal foul, face mask, number 3 on the offense. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It is first down.
Ouch. Lose him back. So
that's
Antoine
right.
Juice Wells battling there. Gets caught up with the face mask on the play, but that'll back us up to the 25-yard line. Clemson determined to come after Rattler. Tommy, they've done it in 2 of the last 3 plays.
Yeah, I would roll Rattler out right now. That's what I would do. I'd have a motion to one side of the field, probably into the short side, which is to our left, and I'd roll him out to the right to get him away from that, and maybe let him throw back to the left over here. I'd do a wheel. I'd do anything to relieve the pressure from him.
You do a lot, Tommy.
Well,
13.
my point, I don't want him to throw it up. He's made 2 bad decisions today. I don't want him to throw it up and put us at risk.
First down and 23. Rattler pump fake. Got to roll up in the pocket, covers up the football, and sacked. Oh, he wanted Wells on an in route. He just couldn't stand up to make the throw. They faked the wide receiver screen that time. Wells, I think, was open for a flash, but that's -2 on the play.
Let's don't take ourselves out of field goal range here, and I know we won't, because a field goal would put us up by 1, but we want 6 is what we want, preferably 7.
Clock running at 12:40 left in the ball game. It's 30-28 Clemson. 2nd down and 25 on the 27 of the Tigers. CBS is in the ball game. No, that's Marshawn Lloyd. Lloyd to the left of Rattler. 4 wide receivers set. Here comes a blitz up the middle. Rattler rolling right, got an out route, caught. Nate Atkins cleaned it up a little bit further and went and closed the gap on now what's going to be a 3rd down. A 6-yard gain on the play. Good catch again by Atkins.
Atkins, this is his pro career today, boys. I'm going to tell you, he's
well, they
catching
want
the
him
ball
already. Yeah, everybody wants him.
Yeah.
Atkins, the 2nd leading receiver on the team today. That's his 4th catch. He's over 60 or right at 60 yards. All right, Tommy, here's the situation. 3rd down and 19. You bring up a good point with 11:56 to go. Down by 3. You could take the lead. The ball's on the 21-yard line. Don't lose yardage here if you're Spencer Rattler. And Marcus Satterfield's running down the sideline. And Shane Beamer wants the timeout. It was a late changeup that Satterfield did, and Beamer stands by the official.
South Carolina.
It calls the first of the 2nd half. We'll step aside when we come back. 3rd and 19 with the Gamecocks down 30-28. 11:39 to go in the ball game. Tommy's point before the break. The ball's on the right hash mark. Not the most optimal place for Jeter. So if you're going to go with a quick, it might be to the left side. Right now it's our passing formation with Nate Atkins in the backfield. Set up to block. Wells, Leggett, and Brooks in the lineup. Shotgun snap. And here comes Rattler, going to run the football.
That's okay.
He's down to about
That's
the
okay.
15 in the middle of the field. Rattler held onto the football as they tried to strip him from behind. Nice job by Clemson tracking him down. And that's a 4-yard gain on the play, and here comes Mitch Jeter to try to take the lead for the first time today.
And nice job by Rattler to hold on to the ball, too, because he's running it with his right arm, and in his right arm, he was chased down from the behind rather. And sometimes they knock the ball out that way, but it's okay. Let's just make the field goal. And
here's Jeter now, 9 of 9 on the year. Cockroger to hold. About in the middle of the field. 35-yarder. Snap it back. Put it down. Kick it up. It's good! The Gamecocks take the lead in the fourth quarter over number 7 Clemson. It's by the narrowest of margins, but it feels good. 31-30. Carolina on top for the first time today. 10:54 to go in the ball game. Now the pressure's back on the Orange.
Tell you, with all the stuff that's happened today, I've said it before and I'll say it again. All the stuff that's happened to Carolina today, we battled back, Todd, battled back, fought like a bunch of dadgum Gamecocks. We never die attitude. And with 10:54, you called it in this ball game, we're ahead 1 point on the 7th team in the country on the road. It just happens to be Clemson and our big rival, but still just an outstanding performance to fight through adversity and come back and play hard, guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure Kershaw's not right who said it before the ball game. Last week, in a lot of ways, may have changed the dynamic of this program. Direction was going under Shane Beamer. You played well, 9 out of 10 scoring drives, but this week, catapulting it as well so far. Playing well on the road with adversity. Here's Mitch Jeter to kick off now with his Gamecocks having the lead. End over end kick, a little bit shorter, but Shipley wants no part of it, bouncing in the back of the end zone, touchback.
I think the interesting thing now, Todd, is that here goes DJ, right? You're down by 1, 10:54 to go in the game, and he is 7 for 22, 96 yards. So do you put the pressure on him, or do you go back to your ground game and run it? I think you lessen the pressure on him as much as you can and try to go with, and stick with what brought you to the game and to the dance, as they say, and that's running the football. We'll see, though. Here we go.
Shipley's in the backfield, pistol formation, 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Tigers. It will be DJ running it right side into the arms of a Gamecock. I believe that's Huntley, takes him to the turf. Alex Huntley, Boogie, pulls it to a 3-yard gain. And Tommy, of the 96 yards passing he got one of them on a 59-yard play to Bo Collins. So to your point further, that's not been his game today.
No,
see if we can get him in a 3rd and long or mid-range.
Yeah.
DJ out of the shotgun, wide side of the field to his left. Shipley there as well, 4-man front, and Stone Blanton looks like he wants to come. Long snap count. Blanton does come. DJ throws the ball on the turf. It hits the ground, and I don't know if they'll call that a fumble or incomplete pass. He tried to pull the football back on a slant route.
They called
Either way, it's incomplete probably. It may have been a fumble. His arm was coming forward. Incomplete pass, Tommy. Here comes 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, he was going to throw it to the slant
Please
guy.
reset the game clock to 10:14, please. 10:14.
And all of a sudden, he looked up, and we had a linebacker in the throwing lane, Todd, just like Trotter was when Rattler had the interception. So that's what he saw. All of a sudden, he saw it. He tried to stop it. He couldn't do it.
Oh, he's got that Gamecock, that big Gamecock on his back right now. Let's see what he can do on 3rd down and 7. DJ, 4 wide receiver set in the pocket. Carolina blitzing up the middle. Thrown left side. Incomplete. It's another 3 and out for the Carolina defense. It was Birch, Brad Johnson, and Huntley in the backfield. DJ had no chance. And look at this offense. Just trot to the sideline like we want no part of it. Well, Carolina's going to get the football.
I tell you, 7 for 22, and he had pressure on him coming into this drive, and right there you saw it didn't work. We had pressure on him. We put it up. We had blitz through the middle. He held one time. He had that guy in the throwing lane. So, I tell you, interesting.
Marion Brown stands back at the Carolina 30-yard line. Swanson to punt it from his own 15. Good punt. Turns over this time. Marion backs up to the 22. Now going to try the right side. Gets one block in trouble. Drop down around the 16-yard line. Nothing going. Very good coverage by Clemson that time. And a booming punt of 49 yards. And then -5 yards on the return. But Carolina with another 3 and out on the Tigers, and they hold a 1-point lead with 9:59 to go in the ball game. We'll step aside.
much about them already, but we have got to come out here and not be afraid to win this football game, nor a lot of times don't be afraid to lose it. But we need to be clever and not outsmart ourselves, because we got a chance, folks. We got a chance to win this thing, and coming in a 14.5-point underdog, and that'd be something special.
Rattler pops his head into the huddle, his back towards that student section as he starts at his own 17-yard line. Marshawn Lloyd, called the 18-yard line, is the tailback. 4 wide receiver set. Atkins in the slot left side. Rattler calls him in motion over to the right. Fake, thrown wide receiver screen out to Brown, right side, who takes the far sideline.
We'll take that.
In front of the Gamecock bench and run out of bounds, but it's a 5-yard gain on the play. They seem determined, does Clemson, that they're going to run with those linebackers inside out and not go out and play on the number 2 wide receiver. Keep throwing it out there.
Good block by Brooks.
9:42 and running. Carolina up by 1, 31-30. They've not won in 7 years in the series of the Gamecocks. Rattler looking poised, standing in the pocket. Wide receiver screen. No, they throw underneath. Quick curl route.
Oh,
They
I like
fake
that,
to the
Todd.
outside.
I like that.
And the curl route was there, and boy, did Rattler gun it. And my gosh, what a catch by Jalen Brooks, Tommy, because that's thrown about as it looked like it came out of a gun.
Well, he just went out from his slot position and sat down, and when Rattler faked for the screen out there, Clemson bit, and then he came back real quickly, all in one motion, folks, to throw that to Brooks. Really nice first down, or second down play to pick up a first down.
Gamecocks break the huddle with a fresh set of downs and 9 minutes to go in the ball game. 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. We're in the 4th quarter. Rattler out of the gun. Atkins comes in motion. They'll run with Marshawn right side. Little movement over there behind Javon Gwynn and Atkins. And Marshawn goes low and gains 3 yards on the play. Atkins pops up like something got hit on his shins, but he's trying to shake it off as Stogner comes in for Amarion Brown. After the gain, it's 2nd down and 7. KJ Henry trying to employ this crowd to get into it. I'm telling you, they're nervous. Heck, we all are, but right now the Tigers are in jeopardy of losing the streak.
I'm nervous as a cat on a hot tin roof.
2 tight ends set, 2 wide receivers over to the right. That's into the boundary. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Rattler calling for the football. Got it. Handoff left side. Marshawn cut across the 35-yard line and falls forward. He seems to be getting some momentum now. In 2 runs, feeling more comfortable with that deep thigh bruise that caused him to miss 3 ball games. It's a 4-yard gain on the play. Henry with the stop. It brings up 3rd and short, Tommy.
Well, we're going outside with the run game, too, not between the tackles, which Bell ran a good one on the first part of the second half, and now we're getting a little bit more momentum there. So big one right here, 3rd down.
Gamecocks 2 of 9 on 3rd down on the day, but none bigger than this one. 7:33 into the ball game. Jaheim Bell comes in. He's going to split out. Everybody's going to empty out. Rattler trying to cover things up and call things. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Jaheim comes in motion. Rattler looking left side. He wants back shoulder throw, and that's incomplete. He wanted it to Jalen Brooks, and Tommy, it wasn't a bad setup, but I felt like the entire play was rushed as the play clock was running down.
Yeah, I do too. I agree with that, and we could have called a timeout possibly with a 1-point lead, but we didn't. And, who am I to say, but boy, came close.
That was a little low, and actually good job of even almost coming up with that football. And here comes Kai Kroger to punt with 7:16 remaining, and the Gamecocks up by 1. 31-30. Gamecocks got blanked a year ago, 30-0. And now Kroger set to punt from his own 23-yard line.
I'd fake it.
Left-footed Kroger going to boom one over Williams' head. It's going to bounce at the 5, take a soft touch at the 1. Gamecocks have it at the 2-yard line. Kai Kroger, you're my MVP, you son of a gun. Holy mackerel. He's throwing darts out there, people, in the punt game.
Like hit a 9-iron. It just backed up on him.
61-yard punt. If he's not the Ray Guy finalist, I don't know what he's going to do.
Everyone he's hit has been a turnover.
Well, step aside. The Gamecocks have got the Tigers pinned back with 7:06 remaining, and Carolina lead either on the ground or through the air. They certainly have the time there. and the Tigers have 3 timeouts remaining. Will Shipley is in the backfield. He's to the left of DJ. Allen comes in motion over to the right side. Handoff Shipley into the pile, trying to pop out. He gets across the 7-yard line, driving, and Jordan Birch makes a stop on the play, but not before a very good run.
Got a penalty flag down, Todd. Looks like
personal foul, face mask, defense, number 6. Penalty be added to the end of the run. First down.
Ouch. Now that Kai Kroger, great punt, is worth nothing after a penalty and a Shipley run, and DJ feels the pressure off his back with a little bit of space between him and that end zone. He'll line up in the gun again. Shipley, his workhorse to the right, is up to 123 yards rushing. 4 wide receiver set, Carolina in a 4-man front. DJ fakes inside, wants to throw it. He's got a post route going down the field into coverage. Picked up. The Gamecocks have it. Marcellus style takes DJ down, and the Gamecocks have got the football with a 1-point lead with 6:37 to go in the ball game at Memorial Stadium. The bench goes crazy on the far sideline. Carolina's up. Oh, an ill-advised throw, Tommy, because Dial had it with him all the way. That's his 3rd interception on the season.
Don't know who he was throwing to, really. I mean, that you're right, Todd. Our quarterbacks made a couple bad ones today. That was a bad one right there, no question about it. But it is what it is. 6:37 to go in this game, and we're getting close, folks. Get on your knees and pray. We're getting close.
31-30 with 6:37 to go. Both teams 3 timeouts remaining. After the interception, Rattler 1st and 10. Blitz again. Rattler in trouble. Dumps it off outside. Jaheim gets hit immediately. Tries to break a tackle and get back to the line of scrimmage. I think it's -1 on the play. Rattler lucky to get that one away. They are coming after Spencer Rattler. They do not believe in the run game right now.
Well, I tell you, though, that's why we got to roll him out. We got to get him out of there, guys. Give him some time. Don't make him force into a bad throw. And also burn the clock, which we're doing right now. Burn the clock. It's 6:10 to go in the game. Plenty of time for either team here, specifically Clemson. But if we get to this point, put your punter in a position to win this game, as he's done a lot today already, and that is Kroger.
Long huddle for Rattler that time before they break. 7 seconds to go, 2 into the boundary. They'll run the football with Bell coming near sideline, turns the corner, stiff arm. Jaheim maybe gains a couple, and there's a flag thrown late back near the offensive line in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I think that may be on Nichols, I believe.
Wow, penalties hurting the Gamecocks late here. Holding on Carolina way away from the play. My goodness.
Holding on the offense, number 52, 10-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
Good call, Tommy. Not a good call, but the right call. Jalen Nichols, the left tackle. And Nichols was actually uncovered. Well, he definitely just tackled the linebacker on the play. I'm not too sure he could have made the play, but I saw it on the replay. So after the penalty now, it's 2nd and 19. 2nd and a Pickens County dirt road with 9:40 remaining in this ball game. Carolina up 31-30. Marshawn Lloyd's into the ball game. Leggett splits out to the right side. Rattler going to get under center. Atkins goes in motion over to the right side and sits down. Rattler going to roll right, sets up. Now going to throw right and get rid of the football. He had Leggett open on a curl, but what he wanted to do was go to Wells' backside, Tommy. Pressure was coming up the middle and just got rid of it. Here comes 3rd down.
He really had kind of double coverage back here, too, on the backside with Wells, and just not there.
Leggett was maybe the only option on the deep curl route. And now with 5:18 remaining in the ball game, it's 3rd and 19. Let's see what Shane Beamer and Marcus Satterfield do. Do they play conservatively? They need to get out to the 45-yard line. Jaheim Bell's in the backfield, and Marion Brown splits out left side. 6 seconds left on the play clock. Rattler going to take time and now call timeout, or allows the sideline to call timeout.
South Carolina takes its 2nd charge timeout.
Yeah, let the clock run down a little bit, burn some seconds off.
That scares me a little bit, Tommy, though, because if they take the lead, even with a field goal, you might need that late on. Why not snap it with 1? But, I just feel like Amirion didn't know where he was going in that formation that time.
I think the thing that troubles me about that, too, is is the penalty took us out of a position of Kroger being able to back them up a lot. I mean, he'd have to get off a tremendous booming kick now. He's performed exceptionally well all day long, but boy, I'd love for us to get up around the 40, even if we don't make the first down. That way he can boot it 60. There's no question about that. But then they've got to rely on their quarterback, who's 7 of 25, 96 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, to lead them back with probably at that time about 5 minutes to go in the ball game. So let's see what happens here, though. We're not out of this. We're not beyond getting a first down here yet. I just don't want to give them the ball in a turnover.
Gamecocks trying to get their 8th win of the season in the regular season for the first time since 2017 and beat their rival. 3rd down and 19 with 5:18 to go. Rattler, quick wide receiver screen, thrown to the outside. Juice Wells with a catch, and they drag him down after a gain of 8 on the play. It's certainly 4th down. Clock running, 4th and what are we going to call that, 11 or 12 yards. Juice is slow to get up on the far sideline. Yeah, don't let him stop the clock, Juice. Get over the sideline.
Yeah, Wells has caught 8 passes now, for about 124 yards. So he's had another big day over that 100-yard mark.
4th and 11 for the Gamecocks to be exact on their own 34-yard line. Kai Kroger does come on, that clock running. The Tigers with 3 timeouts remaining, trailing by 1. Kroger with that sun shining in his eyes as he looks west. Left footer puts a wobbler into it away from Antonio Williams. Going to let it bounce, and it bounces favorably for the Gamecocks inside the 10. 5. Go ahead, Kai Kroger.
It doesn't matter where it is on the field. He'll do it today.
I think there is a magnet in both end zones, and he's got a magnet in that football. 53 yards. He backs up the Tigers again. And that one completion to Bo Collins, a pretty throw on the play, though. All right, here are the Tigers in the shadows there at the west side of the end of the stadium. They're facing the hill as DJ. And no shock, he'll take Shipley to his right. His 14 carries, 130 yards and a touchdown. He had that long run of 47. Allen moves over to the left side. DJ in the pocket. Shipley trying the left edge. Gamecocks there, pushing the pile, and pushing back on that pile is Brad Johnson. Brad had great pressure on the day so far. I know he's got 3 quarterback hurries and part of a sack, and he's in on that tackle. It's a 2-yard gain on the play.
Watch the slant route. Watch the fake to Shipley and the slant route, guys.
2 wide receivers over to the right side for DJ. 2 backs in the backfield. Now Allen shifts over, the tight end to the left. Shipley to the right of DJ. 4-man front for Carolina. Williams comes in motion across the face. Toss sweep, right side Shipley. Shipley gets tripped up at about the 8-yard line. Sherrod Green. Sherrod comes over, the senior, and takes Shipley down to the turf after a 3-yard gain. And just like that, Clemson's got a 3rd and 5 to try to convert here with 3:29 remaining in the ball game.
Sherrod Green's played 22 games, started in 18 and 19, then got hurt for 20 and 21, and came back this year and really played well.
They need to get between the 13 and 14-yard line. DJ trying to change things up. 4 wide receivers set. 3rd and 5 on their own 8-yard line. 5-man front for Carolina. Here they come. DJ in the pocket, bouncing. Left side, throwing into coverage, incomplete. Flag on the play. Antonio Williams, the intended receiver, and it looked like Cam Smith on the back of Williams just pulled him to the turf, or at least contributed to that process. With 3:02 remaining, it's going to be 1st and 10 Clemson. Still not a very confident throw, Tommy, in any way.
No, I think he pulled back on it somewhat. Very indecisive.
Pass interference on the defense, number 9. 15-yard penalty. It is 1st down.
So the long for Potter, by the way, B.T. Potter, is 52 yards. He's perfect inside the 40. They need to get around the 34-yard line to kick a field goal to win this thing. It's 3:02 to go in the ball game. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 4 wide receivers set again. DJ wants to throw again. Slant route, incomplete.
Dropped it.
At the 29-yard line, right into the hands of E.J. Williams. And the junior from Phoenix City, Alabama, can't come up with it. 2nd and 10 upcoming. And Williams will be replaced on the play because he had some space, Tommy. Could have brought that one in.
Yeah, that's that slant route, and it was there.
Gamecocks trying to get back-to-back wins against top 10 opponents for the first time since 2013. Shotgun for DJ. Working again. He wants to throw. Quick out route. Incomplete towards the Clemson bench. Good coverage on the play. Agata was intending there. And, of course, Marcellus Dial on the defense.
Yeah, pretty good pressure that time, too. Pickens coming through the middle that time, split a double team to get his hand up. I don't think it was a lot of pressure necessarily, but if you DJ and been under pressure all day long, you perceive there's pressure there when it's probably not as bad as you think, and I think it forced him to throw a little high and out.
3rd down and 10. The Tigers 7 of 15 on the day. Working off the right hash mark. Here comes Carolina on a blitz. DJ pulls the football down, incomplete. And thrown on the edge. It's 4th down with 2:49 remaining in the ball game. The ball on the 23-yard line. Marcellus Dial again on the coverage of Ngata.
And Todd, he was there that time. What shook him up was Banks. Banks came from the outside and did a little twist and came up through the middle, the defensive secondary guy, and missed him, quite honestly. And I think DJ thought it was a little too much pressure on him, and he threw it a little bit right after that. And again, he's anticipating that pressure when it's not as bad as you think.
Tommy, nobody back deep. They're in safe for the punt return. And the Gamecocks are going to let it bounce. Samarion Brown was up to make sure they did not fake it. And the punt is down at the 17-yard line. Not sure what they're upset about with the Tigers, or the fans seem to be saying something.
A lot of it has to do with the way their punts are bouncing and ours are bouncing, I think.
That's a good point. It really has been that way.
Took a left turn, like they stay in geometry, and those things, All
right. Tigers have got 3 timeouts. That was a 61-yard punt. Carolina would be going into the sun from east to west here to try to win this and put it away. 1st and 10 on their own 16-yard line. What a brilliant defensive effort in the second half, Tommy, against the Tigers.
No question about it. Basically held them scoreless.
Marshawn Lloyd's in the backfield, 2 tight end set. Rattler working out of the gun. It will be Marshawn trying the right side, covers the football up, falls forward to the 20-yard line. Nice little 4-yard run. Very protective of the pigskin on that play. And the Tigers call timeout. Oh, good block that time. No question there on Nate Adkins and Stogner over the right side.
Yeah, let's go back. I want to correct that because Clemson really scored 7 in the second half, but that's not as many as Carolina scored.
Carolina trying to end a 40-game home victory streak for the Clemson Tigers. It would be so appropriate at the same time they stopped the 7-year streak of wins for Clemson. Carolina had 5 years in a row. Clemson definitely turned it, no matter how they did it or which way they did it or in what manner they did it. They turned it around. And Carolina's trying to stop it in Shane Beamer's 2nd year. 2nd and 5, 2:34 remaining in the ball game. Rattler out of the gun. He wanted to throw the wide receiver screen, and then not much was going, so he tucked it down, protected the football, and it's -1 on the play.
Second charge timeout, Clemson.
And that's the 2nd on the day for the Tigers, trying to get it back. Rattler, though, did not want to throw it outside that time, Tommy. Whatever he saw, he did not like it.
And probably a good call that time. You don't want to take any risk whatsoever. You put it back on your punter and your defense here if things don't go well from getting a first down. But let me ask you a crazy question. No, I'm not going to even ask you. It's so crazy.
Fake the punt?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean,
Well, it feels like we can't go a game without some fake.
I know, exactly. So we've been kind of vanilla, really, on our special teams today, but it's worked well. I mean, what do we complain about? So
each team with 1 timeout left, Tommy. Carolina 3rd down and 6 with exactly 2:30 to go in the ball game. The Gamecocks have outpaced Clemson on offense, 406 yards to 336. Marion Brown comes over to the left side. Play clock down to 7. Marshawn's in the backfield. Snap it back. Rattler wants to throw it. Rattler in some trouble, going to roll right side. Now just going to throw it away towards the Gamecock bench, and that's out of bounds with 2:22 remaining in the ball game. Gosh, we just can't put it away. The first down play was a good one to Marshawn Lloyd, and then Rattler had to throw 2 balls away.
Yeah, I'm just putting they're too good on defense to put him back there and let him be a target for him, I think. But regardless, we're up by 1. Let's see.
Kai Kroger comes out again. Tommy's true candidate for Terminix Best Player of the Game, which he'll have in the postgame. Gamecocks on the road against number 7 Clemson. Kai Kroger with his feet right on the 5-yard line. 4th down and 7. Kroger puts the left foot into it. It's a floater. Williams got a chance to return this one at the 35. One step towards the Gamecock bench. Got one block. Fumble!
Carolina's got it.
On the 45-yard line, and Carolina takes the football over. Another turnover in the kicking game. The Clemson Tigers come to the sideline as the Gamecocks get the football as they kick it away from Antonio Williams. The recovery there for Carolina. And it's 31-30 with 2:09 to go in the ball game. Nick Eman is the man who recovered it, Tommy. It looked like several Gamecocks collided on Williams at one time.
Well, we said last week that nothing looked better than the Orange leaving Williams-Brice, and they leaving here today, folks.
All those friendly faces we've seen over the last 7 years have had all those kind words for us. Here's Rattler now back to work. Marchand, right side, drops the shoulder and falls forward holding on to the football. Timeout, Clemson, the last one they have on the afternoon. The Tigers, Dabo Swinney wipes his forehead and throws the hat down on his hip.
Todd, I'm going to give him credit for that fumble, too.
I think that's appropriate.
I mean,
yeah.
Just,
You know, maybe they felt pressure to bring one back. He'd been booming them so well. And there's still some work to do here.
Oh, yeah.
But no timeouts remaining for Clemson. Carolina up by that smallest of margin, 31-30. In a game in which they gave up a pick six, a safety. Jock Fan is injured and left the ball game. We hadn't seen Darius Rush in the second half of the ball game, and now trying to beat the number 7 team in the country. Marchand again, right side. They push the pile a little bit further this time, and Marchand falls inside the 40-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain on the play as the clock runs at 1:52 left. No time to stop it now. The Tigers looking for somebody to slow it down.
Our guys really pushing. There's big Nate Atkins again. He is everywhere.
Pete Lambeau over on the sideline telling those guys to get back. And Marion Brown comes in late. Actually, Satterfield walks a couple yards on the field to give Rattler the call this time. Stockner out, Marion Brown in. It's 3rd down and 4. The ball on the 39 of the Tigers after the fumble on the punt return. Clemson had a fumble on a kick return. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Rattler calls for the football. Timeout. Gamecocks take it.
That's good.
Down at 1 second, and we got it down to 1:13, Tommy.
You're nervous, Todd?
Just slightly.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
Really.
Although I feel better about our time management than maybe in a couple of years past you and I have been involved in.
Yep, that's for sure.
So 3rd and 4, you got some options here, Tommy. You certainly probably can and will run it again.
Yeah, and you
and all these Gamecock fans have traveled up. How about all these years? You know, we hadn't been here since 2018 because of COVID. And to come up here and to try to get away on the weekend after Thanksgiving, with the record we've had as late in the series, hats off to all the Gamecocks who traveled up.
I agree. And all the Clemson people, too. They've treated us nicely up here. They're good people, and we had 11. And we'll see. Here we go.
Holy mackerel. On 3rd and 4, we're going to empty the backfield. Rattler all alone at the 39. Wide receiver screen thrown out. Juice Wells, one move. Trying to get another, trying to turn the corner.
He did it. He did it.
It's on the 35-yard line, Tommy Suggs. What a move or two. And Carolina's got the first down with 1:04 remaining in the ball game. Are you kidding me? Boom!
You know a good lawyer, because you just ripped the hell out of my arm right here.
Sorry, I'll buy you another sweatshirt.
Oh, gosh.
What
Wonderful.
a move and what an
Wonderful.
effort by Wells.
And it was all effort, too. No question about it. Get it to your playmakers in times like this and let them make plays. And that's what exactly happened. 47 seconds to go, folks. I'm thinking you can put this one in the books. I think you can.
They're getting a victory formation.
Yep,
the Gamecocks up by one, 31-30.
Best play in college football.
Rattler takes a knee.
That is it, folks.
He throws the football up in the air, and the streak is over. Carolina has defeated number 7 Clemson 31-30. They go back-to-back in top 10 wins. First, number 5 Tennessee, and now number 7 Clemson. And for the first time since 2013, they finished the season with back-to-back wins over top 10 opponents. And as probably as important to anybody, certainly the Clemson Tigers, Tommy, they stop a 40-game home streak of wins for Clemson. Things change in the game, and they just flip to the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and I think also, if I'm right on this, an 8th win today for Clemson would have been the longest consecutive wins in this series.
That is
period.
correct. Nobody withheld more than 7.
Yeah, and let's hand it to Clemson. Great football program, great team, and they're handling this thing well. They're not angry. They're out there congratulating our guys, and I think they saw this thing coming a little bit. They felt it a little bit because they couldn't answer. They could not provide an answer today in the second half. They scored, 7 points. We scored 17, and it's a big one, guys. It's a big one.
Yeah, the policy here at Memorial Stadium is to allow the fans onto the field. Well, garnet and black is poured from that northwest corner. We end the season with 2 top 10 wins. Number 5, a rival in the SEC East. Number 7, the rival in the Clemson Tigers, and Carolina wins it 31-30 to end the 7-year streak of victories by the Tigers.
And both of them, we went through the Orange Crush weeks. We lost to Florida. I can't explain that. And then we came back and beat both teams, as Todd said it. But here's the keys, guys, is we came in the Tennessee game in Columbia, a 22.5-point underdog, and won 63-38. Today up at Clemson on the road, 14.5-point underdog, and won this baby 31-30. I don't know, folks, but I got chills. I could cry if I had to.
I tell you what. Everybody who travels with this team, and for that matter, all these families, we know what it meant to this squad. We know what it meant to these coaches and their families after the tough loss to Missouri, after the tough loss at Florida, and to bounce back like they did, oh my gosh. And I think most of them are celebrating on the field right now at Memorial Stadium. A huge Gamecock Block C flag right in the middle. And the Gamecock fans are celebrating. And the Tigers, Tommy's right, went out to the middle of the field saying their alma mater